Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13, I believe, of Corvania, a homebrew D&D 5e campaign that we do weekly, Sundays here on twitch.tv/beachmore, starting at noon Eastern, our new start time. Our lovely DM, I Love Kittens, is going to give us a recap of what happened that got the party here, because a couple of party members have been MIA, actually, so they kind of need an update anyway. So yeah, we're all prepared to play, so Kittens, why don't you take it away?
So you guys, some of you were on the island of Onosi, or not the island, the port town of Onosi, basically an orc-controlled port town, and they weren't your typical orcs. They were the kind of, they were very civilized. They had trade, they had fishing, like, not necessarily what you'd think. You guys had some weird visions where you saw instead a town that was controlled by humans instead of the orcs, and there's some weird stuff going on with that, and eventually you guys just decided, nah, we're gonna leave that alone and we're gonna sail on to continue our quest that we were given by the Queen of Kodana, basically an Arya Tolok type character. You got to Bloria. You decided to meet the Wood Elves first, with a little prodding from me because one of my plot points for the other side was not here. You talked to the Wood Elves. They took you to find this giant tree that has healing sap. You were led by the granddaughter of the old shaman elf. And here you met her lover, Rain, a female of the opposing Viking clan. You decided, I'm going to go kill some dinosaurs, and you guys went and killed some dinosaurs. And I think that was it.
I thought there was puberty involved.
And we also decided.
Yes, Rain, the daughter of the Viking clan, the Viking clan leader, talked to Kree about how his grumpiness is a sign that he's coming into his rage. Something that she has herself, and that many of her clan also have, and that they have a ritual to help with that.
And we also decided that we will try to get peace between the clans.
I think so, yeah. Other than that, you guys currently camping beside the now peaceful Ent and away from the not so peaceful dinosaurs. What would you guys like to do?
Not go back to the dinosaurs?
Do we know why the clans are warring right now?
We've heard conflicting stories.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to go to
so
to like talk to their leader or something?
You did hear a couple conflicting stories. The current head of the Wood Elves, a lady named flipping back to my notes. Torta, a very, very old elf named Torta, remembers that the war started when the Vikings attacked the Wood Elves. Rain, on the other hand, when you were talking to her, told the story of how the humans, how the Vikings had come to the shores seeking shelter and seeking a place to make their own, and the Wood Elves turned them away, and that's what caused the Vikings to attack. So some conflicting stories. Both probably believe that they're true, and that's where we're at, I think.
So we're just getting back to camp then after the dinosaur scuffle. Or no, we've had our long rest.
Nope,
long
you
rest.
slept. Yep.
Okay. Alright, well in the morning Torga wakes up and she Spends a little bit of time in the morning drinking a pint of ale for breakfast with a little bit of a ration, and she probably spent some time scanning over the black notebook that she is constantly reading. And yeah, and then eventually when the party starts getting moving, she sidles up into Aegis and is prepared for the Vikings, I guess.
So before everyone is leaving, Aran goes back to the ends and gets a few scratches from it because he fell in love with the tree.
After some playful he goes up and kind of sniffs the tree, and the tree, you guys watch as it kind of, its face comes out like where it was, it's almost like its head was down so you couldn't see its glowing eyes. Its face comes up, and one of its limbs that are usually looks like tree branches kind of curl around and scratches the bottom of Aran's neck and back, and seems to be really into it, like a cat, kind of like rubbing into it, and yeah, seems pretty happy about it.
Does Aran use it like a scratching post?
Yes. Well, no.
Probably. The tree doesn't seem to mind too much as he's like stretching out his claws on the bark, and
yeah,
still
well,
getting
maybe not, maybe like not too roughly, but like maybe a little bit. You know how cats use their claws when they like something to like. What do you call it?
Kneading?
Yeah, kneading. Something like that.
Kree will definitely be.
Alright, yeah. Easy.
Kree will definitely be up the dwarf's ass trying to figure out what's going on so he can feel normal again.
Up my ass?
No, the barbarian, not Torgo.
The human.
The barbarian.
Human Viking?
Or yeah.
Oh, Viking, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm a little behind here. I'm trying to play catch up in my head.
No problem. They're not back quite yet, but they will be soon. Eventually, probably around mid-morning, you do see that both of them do come to check on you, on you all.
Oh, so up until this point, Broderick kind of got up with a bit of a grimace, you know, like definitely sore from the day before, and gets up, kind of winces, and just kind of shambles back over to the tree for a little bit more of that sap.
The tree moves and looks at you again, and kind of you watch as some kind of dribbles out. It almost looks like the tree's bleeding. So you take a little bit of the sap. It does heal some of the aches and pains. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think Torgo would
Let's
probably
just
follow her
say-
and do the same. She hasn't felt that good in years. If ever.
It's just say I've had enough experience with dinosaurs to last me a lifetime. I think I need to see him again.
Torga, I forgot about this. As soon as you wake up, I actually do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What? Okay. Where is my sheet? Here. Right, and... No, that's just on... Advantage on the saving throws against poison. And I have resistance against poison damage. Okay, anyway.
Not poison, but yeah. Okay, 15. Actually, when you wake up, you feel pretty good. Like, usually you're pretty sore and achy in the morning. Today, you're not feeling bad. Like, you actually don't feel like you need this app today. You feel like quite a bit better.
I feel great. Boy, I can't wait to do something today. I made improvements last night. I think so. A couple of weeks ago, I had made improvements on Aegis's legs. Kind of like speed improvements from the waist down. But last night I was tinkering on his upper body, and I think I've got improvements for his upper body now too. I might be able to squeeze more attacks in per second. quite excited about it.
Can't wait to see it in action.
Plus, physically, I feel
Also,
great
before
too.
Yeah.
It's a good day.
Glad you were figuring
That's
your
good
shit
to hear,
out.
Tori, yeah. Before those two come back, I'd kind of like to see if we could have a group discussion on what we want to try and do going forward, because I don't think we ever came to a consensus there.
Okay. Yeah. Go right ahead.
So everybody, the way I see it, we've got a terrible situation on our hands. We were just supposed to tip the tide one direction or the other, but I don't think it's going to happen. And with the way things currently stand, I don't think there's going to be any peaceful resolution to this conflict for a few years. So where does that leave us on our mission? Are we going to go back empty-handed, or are we going to tip the scales one way or another?
How are you going to decide which way to tip them? We've heard, I mean, nobody's right or wrong because both sides say that the other is wrong.
Yeah, and didn't
Adam.
we talk to Spring and Rain about trying to get the clan leaders to see reason?
Out of character, Kree
Sure, but if that
will
doesn't
be
work, what's our
siding
plan
with the
B?
Viking.
What?
I think Keith was saying Vikings, but that was an out of character response.
Out of character, yes. Out of character, Kree will be siding with the Vikings if they can help him figure out what's going on. He will feel beholden to them.
I understand
In
what you're saying. I'd
character,
like there to be a
Kree still
peaceful
wants-
resolution too.
In care, I think Kree wants to see the Vikings. I think is kind of what I was saying yesterday or last week.
Yes,
But I
it's
think-
definitely.
well, yeah.
I think we can. I mean, I don't know if we can really make a decision right now. I mean,
I don't think
we've seen and heard a little bit from the Viking side, but that's only one person. We should probably go give them a visit and see what's up.
I guess what I understand, but what I'm trying to say is I'd like us to at least come to an understanding if it were to come to it. What we're going to do if we can't get a peaceful resolution. Are we going to leave this island to its own devices? Or are we going to complete our mission? Where do we stand as a group?
We can't just pick one. You want to like flip a coin?
I don't know.
Well,
I'd
I'm
like
not saying
to
we
still
pick
get
one
all the
right
information.
Yeah, we haven't even talked to both sides yet. We still got to go see the Vikings so that we can actually hear both sides.
Well, we
Yeah.
heard what.
Well, I
what the
understand
little
that,
girl
but
said.
I'm just saying as a group, right now, where do we stand? If we can't come to a peaceful resolution, are we going to leave this island? Or are we going to
No.
weigh our options and pick a side to win?
I don't think we are going to leave. At least, I wouldn't do that. The Queen asked us to do something for her, and I think we should try and get some help for Kudena.
And
Either
I
way.
don't think we can make a further decision until we actually hear both sides, which we have not. We've only heard one person on the Viking
Well-
side.
Yeah,
We heard the girl.
yeah. But it would be good to hear their leader speak as well.
You never know what we're going to find there. It could change
Fair
our
enough.
minds about how to act upon this, so I can't really make a choice. I'd like to go get this done first, and then maybe we'll talk about it after. Over some ale.
I know what we can find there. We can find answers there.
Yes, I agree.
Don't get me wrong, I want this 10 piece. I can't. I don't want to go back to the Queen empty-handed. I don't think I can talk my way out of that.
I don't think we should cross her. So... I still want to wait and see what happens with the Vikings, but I would rather not cross her. She could, who knows, she's very interconnected in Kudena. She could help me find out who killed my father.
Great point.
All
At
right,
this
so you
point,
guys are
throw
headed.
a bit of blood.
Okay.
Oh, that really fucked me up.
Yeah, you were the true thing of like a gigantic dinosaur. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, let's just say no toy I've ever seen a dog chewing.
That's what it looked like, honestly. Kind of looked like a dog toy.
Yeah, I don't remember much. To be honest, you've probably seen more of it than I did. I was a little touch and go there for a minute.
At this point, you notice Rain and Spring come probably within 5 minutes of each other. Spring first coming and saying hi to you all.
Rain and Spring.
And then you notice that there's a Viking woman,
What's up, Mitsu?
young Viking woman in the distance,
My
also coming towards
tooth
you
and
as
my
well.
bottom jaw is hurting, so hence the ice pack.
Yeah, would you like a
trying also
moment
not to
together
talk maybe so
before
much.
we communicate? I kind of point over to the other side of the bridge.
That's not necessary, Spring says, very much like blushing, like her entire face is red. Rain kind of gives you a wink. Maybe.
Come on, I'm not saying you're fuck. I'm just saying if you wanted to have a conversation, we wouldn't interrupt.
I was definitely thinking of fucking.
Kree would totally interrupt because he wants answers. He's going to be right up Rain's ass, constantly questioning her.
Rain kind of comes over you. Yeah, Birdman, how can I help you? I was telling you a little bit about the rage earlier. Most of our guys hit it about puberty. I don't know what age you are or whatever, but yeah, we have a pit. I think it would help you out. Bring out that rage a little bit. Yeah.
I just want to feel normal again.
A pit, you say?
Well.
Like a fighting pit?
Yeah, oh yeah. Best entertainment this side of the country, or this side of Bloria, I tell you that. And just so you know, the rage never goes away. It kind of simmers there a little bit. You learn to control it so that you don't, try and, hurt someone just over an argument, but the rage is always there. It's more simmering, I guess.
This is like
So
a
you're
team.
saying,
Sorry.
so you're saying if I hit more shit, then I won't hit or want to hit things that I shouldn't. As long as I can learn to direct this rage.
A little bit, more like you have to learn to bottle it up so that when you need it, you can freak out. It's always there, and it's easy to kind of push down, but it's always there.
Because no offense to my compatriots here, but I used to have great times with them, and now all I want to do is smash everyone and everything's face in all the time.
Well, that's rather unnecessary.
The ritual in the pit will help with that. I promise you. I remember, I think I was 16 when my first rage came on. Oh, I was awful. Wanted to hit everything. I did hit quite a few people. And then she kind of looks over at Spring. Yep, quite a few people. But yeah, trust me. All you gotta do is we take you to the pit. I already talked to my dad. He seems interested in helping you out. He hasn't ever seen a bird guy with the rage before. He thought it was kind of like an us only thing. But give you a few potions, brings out your rage. You hit some shit.
It's like a team effort.
Until either you. It can be, I guess, if you wanted to wait until like the final rounds. We have some fighting going on later today. Usually the first rage is usually like a one-on-one combat, but if you're interested in participating, anyone can.
I need a test run. I've made some upgrades to my Aegis here has had a good night's sleep and he is feeling like he needs to release some energy. I look over at Kree with an excited look.
Alright, I mean,
Kree's like, what are we waiting for? Which way do we go?
Spring, you got anything? And Spring is like, no, I told my grandmother that you were exploring the island and you may be a day, maybe two, if you found things you were interested in. And she seemed relatively okay with it. She was a little annoyed, but yeah, I can go back to her, and if you guys want to go visit.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right.
He's got his pack on his shoulders and he's ready to go. He's looking for which way to go. His head's bobbing back and forth.
Rain kind of free. It doesn't hurt too bad, but it was a good punch. All right. Well then, let's head out. Yeah. And
Really feel like my coat
you
kind
guys
of
are
tied
ready.
everything together. It's just kind of in shambles. Oh, where are we going? What are we doing? Sorry, I was a little more preoccupied.
We're going this way.
Something else.
Let's follow the leader.
Can do.
Who's leading?
Say, Torga, you don't happen to have any mending? Coat is a little worse for wear. Does anybody have any mending abilities?
I don't. Aegis is mostly infused with abjuration and evocation magic.
Yeah, I only have.
You said a lot of
mostly
words there, and I'm sure they
stuff.
made sense, but you have to treat me like I'm 2 years old when it comes to magic.
Shielding and elemental magic.
I have no idea what any of those mean. Alright, that makes a little more sense.
I believe mending is conjuration? Or maybe not conjuration.
Well, I still have my.
Stew.
I still have my ball
Oh,
of
I
yarn.
sneezed.
Ball of yarn. If you would like to use that as something to mend anything.
Meditation?
Yeah, and Creed took Mage Hand instead of Mending because he remembered seeing that sorceress or that other lady use Mage Hand, and he was fascinated with it.
You know, Broderick's had Mage Hand this entire time, and I just have never used it.
I think it's transmutation. Actually, now that I think about it. Oh, nobody cares. Okay. Well,
Transmuflagellation?
aye. Close enough.
It's transmutation, yeah.
Mutation, am I going to grow tentacles?
That's kind of what I'm worried about.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Let's just mend your coat.
That would be pretty
I've only got
fun, cool. If you can
You
make
know.
me grow tentacles.
I just want 4 extra arms like Doc Ock. One's made of metal, preferably.
Huh.
I've only got one extra appendage sticking out of me. I don't need any others.
It's weird. I don't see anything. We've only got 2 arms and 2 legs like the rest of us. Oh, all right. Well, I'm
It
going to keep
kind of
walking.
points to his at a girl.
Oh god.
Eventually, you guys actually come in from the opposite side. So you come through the mountains, through some very, very dense, thick trees, and into a cold and barren environment. After the lush forest you just left, it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's definitely some weird magic bullshit going on. You feel like the Wood Elves probably have a lot to do with that. But once you crest over the mountains, it is snowy, it is cold, and does not look very nice place after the basically tropical jungle you just came through. This is more what you were expecting when you came this far north.
Torga gets a blanket out of has Aegis reach in to his stomach and pull out a backpack and hand it back to her. She pulls out a blanket out of it, hands him back the backpack, and wraps the blanket around herself.
Jemay is
cold out
probably
here.
Jemay is probably freezing like hell, so she has a cloak of sorts, and she wraps herself around.
And Creed just absently throws the hood up on his cloak, and he's single-mindedly focused otherwise.
Broderick kind of puts his pits and says, "I'm literally freezing my balls off. Literally.
That would be a sight to see.
Eventually,
Maybe
you
an
guys see
improvement.
what looks to be a wood fencing in the distance. There looks to be some spikes coming out of it, and a large wooden gate that seems to be thrown open. There are a couple different people kind of on the outskirts of the village trying some farming, not seeming to be very successful, being that it's winter, but they're trying. And as you approach, you notice one of the bare-chested guards, kind of at the top of one of the guard towers, blows a horn, and you watch as Rain takes a horn out from her side and blows back just once. As they come in, the guard, you can watch as he kind of climbs down and seems to probably be getting your welcoming part.
Oh, that's for little old me.
Not just you, idiot.
I was being sarcastic, but...
Coming into the town, you notice that there's quite a few, a few different dinosaurs. None of the big giant T-Rexes or Tyrannosauruses, but some of the smaller, did I say Tyrannosaurus and T-Rex? Whatever. Anyway, none of the big dinosaurs, but some of the little ones seem to be either in some of the fenced-in areas or walking around. Some are kind of pulling carts.
Broderick looks at a raptor doing some shit and goes, "Clever girl."
Boo. As you walk closer to the gate, you notice a very large man. He's probably almost 7 foot tall. Human. He has a bare headdress with it looks to be almost like like the arms come in front. Completely bare chested other than that, but he has a black tattoo of a bear on his chest. Next to him, probably about 6'3", which still shorter than him, but still very large, is a very pregnant female. A tattoo of vines covers half of her face, and she wears furs and some different reptile hides, and her leathers are dyed green. She looks, between both of them, you can probably see where Rain came from. And as you approach, the Jarl has a big grin on his face as he sees his daughter. Welcome, newcomers. How can I help you?
Creed walks right up to him, head only coming about to his nipples, going, "How do I get rid of this anger?"
Yeah, have the pit set up if you want to go there first.
Where? Point me in the direction. I need to figure this out.
Follow me. Go grab Torin, and she heads off. And he starts bringing you all towards the very large fighting pit that is in the direct center of the
As we're walking there, I'd like to strike up a conversation with him.
Yeah, how can I help you?
I don't think I ever got your name, Sir Jarl, I believe the title is. What was your name, sir?
Jarl Torstein. Yeah. And this is my wife, Brynhild. You heard that, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes, speech. And Brynhild.
Well, Jarl Torstein, our friend is well, he can't really quite bear his rage. He's getting pretty grisly about it, especially in this polar environment.
Well, honestly, I haven't seen us. That accent with Southern for some apparent reason. But I can show him how we help with the rage. That's for sure.
I hope he can qualify for the trials, and that that he planned to do it.
What are with the bear puns?
I'm hoping
Are
he
you trying
doesn't
to say
understand that
something?
I'm making fun of him. I'm trying to make fun of him without him realizing it.
Are you trying to make me angry?
I'm hoping that he's not
Unlucky
smart
for
enough to
you.
realize it.
He is a very intelligent man. Ha ha. The jokes are kind of funny, so I'll let you off, but
Oh, jokes. Oh, sorry, sir. I wasn't making any jokes. I was merely just striking up a conversation.
All right. Anyway,
I'm a very
so-
serious individual. I think you'll learn that over time.
he just starts ignoring you. So Kree. I'm not hearing anything. Kree! Ah! I can't hear you.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what was happening.
I'm not sure either. So Kree, how long have you been having this anger problem?
About a fortnight, 10 days, I guess, with travel.
All right then. Usually we get our young men into the pit young men and women, sorry, probably about 3 to 4 days after their rage starts to show, but all right, we should be able to make it work.
Understand what's going on. Your daughter explained some things to me, but I still don't quite understand.
So the rage, it's usually an inherited ability. It's like I said, the only people that we've had it are people that are in our clan. I really don't know, other than usually it comes with some sort of trinket that you have sometimes. Sometimes it's just you get so angry you can't help yourself. I really don't know much about birdmen, so I can't really help you there.
I don't know much about birdmen either. Until a couple weeks ago, I'm the only one of my kind I ever met. I lost except for my mother, but I lost everyone young.
Well, she must not have been able to tell you much, but it should help you out. Pit's just a few more yards this way, and you guys enter, and you see a very large, almost like an arena, except that there are no benches. It's just flat hillside into a sandy bottom, and it looks like people sit like on a hillside on a concert, kind of. That's kind of how it is. It looks like they dug this very large pit, and it's already starting to be filled with people. Probably about 50 or so. A lot of them are men, bare-chested. Some of them have different tattoos of animals on their chests. Some of them have different tribal tattoos. And there is one young man, probably about 15 or so, standing next to Rain. He's not very tall, maybe about 5'11", so like not super tall like, you know, the Jarl, but still fairly tall, and short next to Rain. As you guys get closer, the sea of people parts. As you guys walk, the Jarl leads Kree into the pit.
Kree drops his pack off, and he's just ready to go.
I find a place
All right.
as close to the arena as I can, and I sit there and wait eagerly to watch.
This is airfoots only. We don't want anyone too hurt, too incredibly wounded. But if anything happens, we do have Brynhild here. She is usually the one that helps us out with those sorts of things. So, as Rain kind of comes over, this is a concoction of a whole bunch of herbs and shit. As soon as you take it, you're gonna enter into your rage. Here you go. Good luck. And she kind of drops it. It's a almost greeny tar, almost like a greeny tar-like liquid. It's very thick. It looks nasty. But yeah.
Kree's more than anxious, so he picks it up and downs it in a gulp.
Alright. As you down it in a gulp, at first you don't feel anything. You still feel the irritation, the grouchiness, the kind of like itching at the back of your head. But all of a sudden, it's like your blood begins to boil. Your sight turns red, and you're not Kree anymore. You are an instrument of anger and rage, and you just want to hit something. And your target is in front of you.
Kree lets
I'm
out
gonna draw a circle.
Kree lets out a raptor scream, and anyone that's close to him, foreshadowing my path, can feel like the hairs on their neck and arms stand up a little with static electricity. And almost you can see like electricity running through my eyes. And
crush him.
And he just charges towards the other barbarian, the Viking. Out of character,
would like to. Oh, go ahead.
And out of character, Kree would like to, I'd like to know, since I have talons, can I just tuck them, or am I going to be doing the more damage?
You probably won't tuck them because you are in a rage right now. It's not gonna do. I'd say you could still hold off from lethal damage. You're still there enough. Let's copy this guy.
Yeah, because otherwise I do 1d4 plus 2 for unarmed attacks.
Okay, there's Kree, and then I just need a dude. Okay, we'll go this dude. He's very colorful, but
Look at this dude.
Yeah, unfortunately, in my leg, I still see the snow steam.
Go down a bit.
Well, yeah, I can pull it up. But due to my lag, I couldn't see that I placed more than one. So
Yeah, because I'm watching through BG's stream, so I still see that little village in the snow steam right now.
It needs to scroll down. It's underneath this.
So basically, what it is you are right across from an unarmed, pretty hulking male, definitely taller than you. I need you both to roll for initiative.
While it's being rolled, do I find someone to bet on the fights with?
Make an investigation check.
And I have a 15 initiative.
Kree, you're gonna go first.
That was an 8 on my investigation.
You're looking, there's a lot of people selling mead and ale. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are betting. At least not that you can.
Boo.
Alright. Kree, you are currently...
bastards.
You are currently 30 feet away from the dude in front of you.
As part of that initial charge that I started making, Creed just jumps about 5 feet in the air, flaps his wing, and flies straight at his chest with it, like almost like a Superman flying punch. The fist is just going dead for the center of his chest.
Alright, roll to attack.
Boy, those wings give him a real advantage when he fights.
.21 to hit, because I didn't know what my modifier was because we just leveled up and it changed, but 21 will.
Yeah, absolutely.
For 4 damage.
Alright, so it takes 4.
And unfortunately, it's slashing damage.
Alright, so as you go make a punch, instead, your claws come out and rack against his chest, and he takes half because rage. And you watch as comes down the chest, but he doesn't seem to care. As he comes forward, was that the end of your turn, Free?
Yes, he's just attacking. I don't think I'm going to be trying anything else during this.
Okay. He is going to come forward and hit you. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
That's my AC.
Alright. So he does 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does 6 damage to you.
So,
Half because you're raging, so
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
And that's bludgeoning. As you come forward with the Superman punch, the entire of the almost stadium roars. As you clock him in the chest, he comes back with his fist and hits you across the side of his face. Across the side of the face, Kree, you are up.
So Creed jumps up in the air, straight above his head, and he's gonna fly straight down for a punch to the jaw because he can't reach his face from the ground. And with a dirty
Okay.
20,
Alright, hits. Do your damage.
for 4 damage.
Alright, for 42 again.
Hey, they need someone walking around
You're
out here
in.
selling ale. This is great.
Are you adding your rage damage to that?
No, I am not. So it would have been +2 to both of them, so 1 more damage each time.
Okay. I was like, 4 damage
Yeah, what
doesn't
up,
really
ice
make
cream?
sense.
Yeah, I keep
Okay,
rolling
so-
2s on the D4, +2, and then, so I gotta add +4, that's right.
Alright. As you kind of fly forward and come up, he comes with his hand, and he is going to try and drag you to the ground. He's going to kind of grab your wings and try and drag you to the ground. So it's contesting athletics checks, both at advantage. Or acrobatics, if you want acrobatics. Ooh, that's bad.
I'll use acrobatics because it's a little better, and I was in the air during that anyhow, so that is a 17.
Alright, and 12 for him. Grab your wings. You beat once, and you back out of his grip. That was the end of his turn. It is your turn, Kree.
Alright, so as I jump back, I'm going to land on the ground. My hook claw is scratching the ground a little bit, and I'm going to use that as leverage to launch right back at him again. And I'm going to go try for a shoulder tackle / spear.
Alright, so you're not going, are you going to try and knock him to the ground, or do you want to hit him like that?
I'm going to hit him like that.
Okay, so roll for your attack.
Yep, 21 to hit.
Hit.
For 6 damage. I keep rolling 2s.
He's the blood kind of coming down him now, but his eyes are still bloodshot, and it almost looks like they're red at this point as he comes. That you shoulder pushed him almost back into the crowd. The crowd pushes both of you back into the ring and uses that momentum to try and give a Superman punch back. That is 17 to hit.
Again, that is my AC.
That's another 6 points of damage, halved to 3.
Kree, almost a feral laugh, loving it. Just as he Superman punches, Kree just goes for a kick to the nuts.
Roll to attack.
For 12 to hit.
Go, Kree!
12 does not hit. As you go to kick him in the nuts, he kind of grabs your leg. No, dirty. I can't. No. Yep. Nope. It's not gonna. No dirty fighting. I tried to go deeper than that, and just nothing came out. Okay. He's gonna try and he's gonna push off your leg and take an elbow towards your face. That's a natural 1. So he goes to elbow at your face. With the momentum that he pushed off with your leg, you kind of whooshed your wings back a little bit. He's not used to fighting an opponent that can fly. As you dodge out of the way, it's your turn.
Okay, so Kree's still like cackling madly. This is the best thing ever. He's feeling great for the first time in weeks. Just throws a wild haymaker.
Alright, roll hit.
22 to hit.
What's up, Beach?
I was just gonna ask if is there someone nearby? Is there selling ale for this so that people can drink while they watch?
Oh yeah.
How much is
not
it?
selling. They're giving out ale.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah!
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of celebration or something, so they're giving out ale, so you guys, if you want to drink, feel free. Also, 22 does hit.
Yeah, for 7 damage.
Ooh, it's still 3, or no, it's rounded down. Yeah, so
Yep.
3.
Broderick shouts out, "Go for his eyes, Kree! Go for his eyes!"
Using the wild haymaker, you still have some forward momentum, so he's going to try and drive his elbow into your side as you kind of come through for natural 18 plus 4.
Yep,
so
it hits
22.
already.
Yep. So that is going to be, it's the same, it's still 6 damage. Half to 3.
So as he throws his elbow,
I gotta be
Kree
in
goes up.
character,
That seems
right?
like a good idea, and he throws like an uppercut with the elbow towards his chin.
Alright, roll to attack.
For 23 damage. 23 to hit, I'm sorry.
I kick him in the nuts again!
Yep. 23 hit.
For 7 damage.
This one's a right
Alright,
pussy, he
so-
is! Torga's getting drunk and belligerent on the side, loving this fight.
I almost think someone's weighted my dice. I keep rolling the same or very similar numbers on both dice.
As you kind of come forward, taking that same thing, using his momentum against him, you bring up your fist right into the jaw, and you hear the jaw crack, and his jaw is definitely fucking broken. As he looks to you, his jaw kind of dangling a little bit more than it should. He's still smiling, and he's gonna come back and try and break your jaw. 16 plus 4, 20 to hit.
Yeah, that
Do you-
hits.
Do birds even have jaws?
He does now.
I've got an
6
articulating
points.
beak, so
Trying to break his lower beak.
That's a thing. It happens.
6 points have to you. So 3.
yeah, 6 again, got it.
Yeah, he always does 6 because it's 1 plus 2 for the rage plus 3 for his strength. So he always does 6. Alright. So yeah, that's the end of his turn. It is your turn.
At this point, I like to picture it's just a slugfest, and we're just standing toe to toe, just swinging back and forth. I'm just gonna swing another punch
Alright.
for 10 to hit.
10 does not hit. It's out of the way as your fist hits, almost hits one of the audience members behind. But they laugh and push you guys a little bit more into the ring. And it is just a slugfest. He goes to slug you back, natural 3, so 7 to hit. He misses you, and yeah, it's your turn.
14 to hit.
14 does hit, not that high.
For 5 damage.
Alright, at this point, he's looking a little rough. This time he brings, he's like, I need to get away. He's going to try and push you 10 feet away from him with a natural 1. As he goes to push you, you're just stronger. You haven't taken nearly as much damage as he is. He is looking hurt. So you just kind of hold him back. And as he goes to push you, you have your claws on his hands, and it's like a strength contest as you push him into the audience. It is your turn.
As he stepped a little away, Kree's gonna go for a kick to his knee to try and keep him from being mobile anymore.
Okay.
For a 17 to hit.
17 hit.
For 5 damage again.
Alright. How do you want to do this?
Can anyone hear me? I think I lost kittens again. I'll try and reset.
Oh.
I can hear you.
Sorry. No. How do you want to do this? You knocked him out.
Alright, so with the kick to the knee, I guess he'd go down to one knee, and then I just combo with an overhand swing to just put him down.
So as you kick to his knee collapses, and you kind of bring down your claws and arc it into the back of his neck, and his neck, it doesn't break, thankfully, but it's enough to knock him unconscious as he falls to the ground. You notice a very pregnant Brynhild kind of comes off with the Jarl at her side. The Jarl and Rain kind of very, very lightly kind of grab you on the rings, Kree, and kind of back you up a little bit as Brynhild kind of comes over.
Oh yeah, go Kree! Beat the shit up when we did, yeah!
And
Oh.
feeling
Yeah,
much
good job,
better.
Kree.
Feeling much better, I'll drop the rage, and I'll feel concerned. Like I feel better. I feel more back to normal Kree, and I'll go over to my opponent and I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, so you and both cast Cure Wounds, bringing him back almost to full hit points, probably pretty close. He kind of opens up, and he's a lot less crazy raged, as well as he gets up. That was some good fighting. Good job, and he kind of puts out a hand.
I shake his hand very happily. I'm laughing, almost teared up a little bit at the same time, feeling better than I have in a very long time.
So customary is we get some fucking ale, and he leads you over to
Hey,
one of
more ale!
as, and he's like, I'm assuming they're with you, right?
Oh yeah, these are my friends who I haven't been very nice to lately, but I think I can get back to it.
And trust me, the last couple days have been rough. I don't know how you've done it for quite as long as you have. And he kind of passes you an ale, and he kind of drinks pretty heavily. His face is still a little beat up and black and blue. He's definitely got like a blue eye, and but yeah, it was fun. And
So do you do more fights? Do you guys ever like bring in like beasts and creatures and have teams of people fight them?
yeah, it's the rage ritual. Kind of what you saw there. 2 people that are just entering rage for the first time. There's probably about 2 more fights after that, and then we'll get into the good ones if you guys want to join up.
Aye.
Definitely.
Talking to my opponent now, what I consider a very good friend, almost instantly, I ask him, so do we have to take this potion every time?
No, it's just your body's not quite doesn't know what the rage is yet, so it just kind of brings it out. Now you do it almost at will. Do it a couple times a day until you are almost too exhausted anymore. But I've heard some people can go into a rage and just keep it for like 10, 15 minutes at a time. It's crazy. The Jarl can do it, but I can't.
Aye, more ale!
Creed shoves his ale and wipes a combination of a little bit of drooled ale and blood off of his beak and just goes, hey, more ale!
Wait,
At this point, Brynhild,
where's Threk? Did he miss the whole fight?
I haven't seen him.
Rick was off buying like blankets and animal skins for us because it's super fucking cold.
Is he used to like the warmer temperatures?
Yeah, I mean he's from the Earville jungle, so
He's
the first time he's
probably
even
not
seen
happy.
Jimmy is also like dying, right?
And you can just see like steam coming off Creed's head.
Aye, so when do the
Alright,
rest of us get to
I have-
fight?
I talked to the Jarl, but I think after a couple rounds, you guys can probably fight. I think we.
Well, now I've got to slow down on my drinking. I don't want to be completely sloshed if we're going to fight later. Damn it.
Creed's gonna slowly make the rounds around among the group, slowly apologizing awkwardly, and when he gets to Broderick, he offers to share his herb pouch again, because he's been a little greedy with it lately.
Broderick's a little sloshy at this point. He says, "Oh, don't worry about it, I thought trying to get you laid was the answer, but I was wrong. I guess you just needed to beat the ever-living fuck out of somebody."
I feel like the old me again, and I actually take off into the air, and I flap in my wings, and I start juggling my swords for the first time in weeks that anyone's seen. I'm just having a great old time. I am the happiest you've ever seen, Creed.
Well, that's one problem sorted out.
That's a good thing.
Okay, so now you guys wait through a couple of rounds, watching as some of the younger Viking men, one as young as 13, this little tiny, probably about 5'4" female, kind of comes forward into the
like
ring.
height?
Yeah.
5-year-old female gets in there and roughs up a grown man.
Nah.
These Vikings
Hey,
she-
a 5-year-old bird just roughed up a teenager, and he's only 5 foot.
You're just the size of me. That's so cruel.
Kind of comes forward. She's kind of looking around as a much larger teenager comes into the ring. They both get the potion and drink it, and you watch as she kicks the ever-living shit out of this probably 6 foot tall teenage boy, and it's hilarious. You watch this little girl this younger girl kind of jumps up and just starts knocking the shit out of him.
Yeah, Torga's all about that.
Cool.
All right, and now into our main events. The Jarl's kind of standing up, and they kind of bring forward one of the.
Hey, what's up, Dan? Let's go in the hood.
The Triceratops you saw before. It's growling and snarling in a cage. This time, it seems like you watch as Brynhild, with some magic, brings up like a 5-foot wall around the ring. And so that there's and it's a 5-foot stone wall all the way around the ring. She's probably a druid of some sort. As they release this large Triceratops into the ring.
I don't think talking to this Triceratops would be a good idea. It looks very angry.
Aye, it's one of them herbivores from earlier with the 3 horns.
I definitely want to fight.
I think I could take it on my own. I'm gonna kick this thing's ass. Hold my beer.
Wait, I'm coming with you. You don't have to fight it with me.
I'm coming with
And
you.
at this, Corvette reaches out and grabs
Wait,
Barker.
hold on. Are we the ones fighting this thing? Or who's fighting? What's
I
going
will
on?
volunteer.
Where's my ale?
Kree a little bit hurt, but definitely willing to go for another round.
Are you going to be left out, Kalaya?
Thanks, Brady. What's going on,
He
man?
was actually
Is the
fully
map meant to
healed
be
by
plain
Brynhilda.
white graph paper? I mean,
So you are fully healed.
you know, use your
Okay, thank
imagination,
you.
Dan. It's here. It's a fucking Viking
Okay,
village.
so do
and we're
we
fighting in
have
the
to
pit.
inform someone
Yeah.
that we are
two
going to fight?
Krees.
Why is there 2 Krees?
There's
There's
3
three
Krees.
3.
He's multiplying.
No!
The hell was in that ale?
No one knew I could cast you bliss.
Saying 3 degrees, and I'm pretty sure it's not the ale.
There's only one of me, right? I had some of the ale. I only wanted it to be one of me.
It's actually a potion of cloning.
We're gonna need a bigger arena.
Yeah, kittens, I don't want to be in the arena. I heard
Surprise, surprise.
Pussy!
So if you
I have no
into
anger.
it 1, is it would it be light enough for me to have disadvantage on attacks and all that stuff?
It's actually cloudy. I would say you wouldn't have attacks like it's cloudy and snowy and cold, so there's really no sun to speak of.
It's cloudy
I
and
guess it's not gonna
cloudy and cold. You don't get attacks.
Because I'm gonna say Broderick's drunk off his ass right now and is seeing 2 or 3 Triceratops right now, so I think he'd have disadvantage anyway.
Well, you're seeing 2 or 3 Krees, so.
Oh, we're fighting! Oh, I didn't realize this was us. Let's do it.
So I'd like to think we just kind of jump down into.
Kittens,
I was
can I
just
ask a
waiting for kittens to say something.
kittens? Can I ask a
Oh,
question
I see.
before we start?
What's up?
Just to make sure, is a reaction something that, well, like I explained before, Aran can make a reaction melee attack when I attack something and he sees me. So does that mean that when I attack, Aran can attack right after it? Like I make a reaction. Okay. Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
I have an out of character question. When I'm raging, can I use inspiration, or is that broken too?
I mean, inspiration's not a spell.
Spell.
Yeah, it's a class feat.
Yeah, I actually think that the inspiration while raging is fucking awesome. So even if you can't do it,
He just looks at people and is like,
you're gonna do it.
kick his ass!
Especially,
That's his inspiration when he's raging.
Oh damn!
Go fuck up that man!
I'm so inspired.
Right? You
by
get
the screaming
inspired out of
bird.
fear because you don't want to let Kree down or he might beat you up next.
I'm so inspired by the screaming bird.
Especially because my inspiration adds to my attack damage in College of Swords. So
Can you give inspiration to yourself yet?
it's not. I don't use my inspiration in combat. Well, I can, but I don't for Kree's character. I use it for my flourishes. So I use it on myself. It's a use of inspiration, but I have 3 different flourishes I can use to cause extra damage.
Selfish.
So yeah,
I'm
I
okay
say
with this.
I think it'd be I like that's why I've always wanted to make a heavy metal bard that can only give inspiration while raging, and it was always like some sort of heavy
Oh,
metal.
God.
That sounds amazing.
That
it
sounds
does.
so cool.
Oh wow.
I agree with that reference. Are we ready?
No worries, Dan. I
Kick
think we're about
his
to
ass.
fight though. You're gonna miss it. So what's going on here, kittens? It seems a little weird that they're just like, hey, you newbies, fight! But we're all antsy to do it, so.
Whatever. No, they brought the dinosaur into the ring, and you watch as Broderick and Tony are like, "Fuck yeah!" and jump into the ring before anyone else can, and the rest of you follow it. Was my sort of thought process. Like you guys are like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it."
And Broderick totally stumbles and falls when he jumps in there and kind of like uses the wall to prop himself
This
back
has
up.
to be for us, right? The thought process here, I guess. This has to be for us, right? Customary guest fight.
Well, especially because we were asking about it, so I'm sure they set it up for us.
Oh, it was on
is
the
that a
track.
Broderick?
Yeah, that was on me. It was on there and then it reset.
Oh, I didn't have my token.
Might have been my bad.
I got a 12. Damn, 2 nat 20s on initiative. What is going on?
Is everybody
So,
gonna do?
Kree, what's yours?
No, I mean, I don't think you have to, right? If you didn't follow us into the pit.
No, I was just wondering if I'm the only one not doing it.
It looks like Thrick's not either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Frick
just
like,
don't want
walks up.
Broderick.
Unless
Frick walks up with a big like pile of blankets and stuff, and he just sits it down next to Kalaya, sits on top of the blankets, and just watch it.
Oh, okay, cool. We can hang out. Everybody else can
Us.
die.
I'm sorry,
what's
Mason
Kree's
just spoke.
initiative?
23.
Okay.
Fuck me. I'm always so
Holy shit.
slow.
I mean, I rolled pretty bad. I'm
Oh, shit.
I'm the last one.
You are rolled worse than I did.
Yeah. And
Someone
Aran
was
rolled
accidentally standing on your tail as you try to climb into the ring.
Aran rolled only one better than you.
I have trouble getting over this wall.
Alright. So we're gonna. This is my imagination at play, okay? So the Triceratops comes into the ring, and he watched immediately as Broderick's like, "Fuck yeah!" And jumps
Aye,
into the
that's
ring
for us.
first.
Not so much fuck yeah, I'm more like, oh, I could kick this thing's ass. Yeah, I can do this.
So this is my imagination right here. So Broderick jumps into the ring first, just like this, and he's alone in the ring now. Okay, Broderick, you're up. What would you like to do?
Seeing as I see like 2 or 3 of him and I want to try and make it a little bit easier on myself, I'm gonna try and point somewhere in his general direction and use my my elven
General
magic
direction?
cast fairy fire on it.
Oh, pretty colors.
It's gonna glow like let's say a violet. So it has to make a dex save.
Four.
DC.
Okay,
And then-
alright. So you guys have an advantage on
And I'm gonna. Alright, and then I'm gonna go, huh? Is this something a coward would do? Huh? And I'm just gonna kind of stumble a little bit and end my turn there.
It's something an idiot would do.
Oh, I thought he didn't want to be involved with dinosaurs anymore. All right. This is pretty exciting. Let's go.
Alright, Kree, you're up.
Kree seeing Broderick jump in, just screams, "Fuck yeah!" He enters a rage. He's going to fly directly towards the Triceratops and stupidly try and headbutt it. No, he's not going to headbutt it, but
He would get impaled.
Yes, he is.
he's going to take his scimitar out and he's going to attack.
Alright, roll to attack.
You said advantage, right?
Yep.
Still shit, 13.
13. It's a dinosaur.
Okay.
Don't forget your rage damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to calculate, right? I'm new to this. Nine damage.
9?
9.
9?
9.
Alright. Button. Okay. 9 damage. You fly forward like a bullet and stab it into the chest, trying to dodge out of the way of its horns. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's movement, bonus action, and action. That's it.
Revette, you are up.
I'll cast Magic Missile at first level.
Okay. Roll, what's the damage?
3d4 plus 3.
Alright, roll your damage. Nine.
9!
Oh, that reminds me. Revette, I've got the project I want to work on with you. Oh, this might not be the right time for it. Never mind. Ah!
Alright. In the stands, as everyone's looking at her, she's like, oh no, like you can see the almost embarrassment on her face. She's like, fuck it, and brings her hand forward as blue, almost electric-like magic missiles extend from her hand and hit into the Tyrannosaurus. It is Aron's turn.
Considering it's a Triceratops,
Not a Tyrannosaurus.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I know. Triceratops. I said Triceratops 2 times and then I had a T-Rex planned for this, but then I'm like, probably not. Alright. So it's Aron's turn.
He is going to... Wait, why am I out of the ring suddenly?
because you guys are in your seats as it came in. You all were jumping out.
Oh. So, does me jumping in the ring count as movement? Yes. Yes. It does.
Yeah. So it's just it is to get there.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to go right next to it. He's going to claw at it.
Six does not. It's with advantage, so 22 does hit.
Wasn't there a... Oh wait, it was an
Yeah.
advance, so it goes for the second number. Okay.
No. Yeah. So yeah, 22 hits. So it hits no matter what. So just do the damage. 5. Okay.
He kind of like runs right at the dinosaur and takes a big slash at its face.
All right. Torga, you're up.
I jump over the barricade. And then rush. I guess I could do this. Fucking hell.
You're right there, like on the barricade.
She was standing next to the barricade, as close as she could. I did literally say I was standing as close as I could get without being in the pit.
I would say right there then, so probably 30 feet.
If this were a wrestling match, she was up against the barricade, trying to get the best view possible. All right, so Aegis jumps the barricade with little Torga on his back, and goes running across the pit, up into this Triceratops' face. And as they're traversing the pit to the target, the shield comes out, and the axe flips around. The right hand flips around into an axe, and she runs up and she takes 2 swings at this tri-horned creature. First one's a 9. Second one
with
is
advantage because fairy fire.
All right. So the first one's a 25. And then the second one's a 26. Whew. All right, so the first attack does 10 slashing, and the second attack does 9 slashing. We're going to fuck it up right good right here. And then.
Okay, so you kind of then.
And then. I would like to take my action surge and do it again.
Alright.
Oh, damn.
She just comes up to this Triceratops and starts to wail on its head, I guess.
Poor creature.
I know. I kind of, like, Beej feels bad, but I don't think Torga does. She's a little tipsy. She's ready to fight. Watching Kree do that fist fight really amped her up. Alright, so here we go. Second attack, 22. And a 16.
Yep.
10 and 12. Woo!
Jesus.
God, I feel good about this character now. All I needed was that second attack, guys. I don't feel so useless anymore.
Frigo, those upgrades are really working for you.
They're working a lot better than I thought.
Alright, is that the end of your turn, B?
Yeah, I did all my movement. I don't really have a whole lot to do with my bonus actions, so yes.
So this T-Rex is...
Triceratops!
Hey, fucking hell. Triceratops. This Triceratops is going to... is gonna try its stomp attack.
Is it like an area attack?
No. It just basically rears up and stomps on, and it's gonna go towards Torga. Torga heard it.
Nice.
All right.
That is 25.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to use shield to get rid of that damage, so yes, that hits.
Alright, I have to pull out more d10s. 1 second.
Oh boy. On a list of things you don't want to hear as a player, I need more D10s. Is one of them.
I'm scared. You might be too
26 points of bludgeoning damage as it rears up and stomps on your face, Torga.
Am I prone?
Right, I did that. You are not.
Is it like
Right?
it's like a forward horse kick?
Basically, it's 8 plus 7 plus 5. So that'd be 12, 20, and then plus 6. 26, right?
Yeah, that's yep. 8.
Yeah.
Age is
Okay.
showing some pretty heavy wear after that. That was quite impactful.
Alright. It's the end of its turn, Jamae. You are.
I'm going to. Well, first of all, Jimei enters the ring excitedly when Broderick and Toka enter it as well, and then she is going to shoot the dinosaur with her bow.
And
Holy
wow.
shit.
Nice. A +9, sweet Jesus. Oh, that's right, guys. We're all level 5. Our proficiency bonuses are 3 now instead of 2. No wonder why I rolled so well. Now it's making sense.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Alright. So you watch as Jamae pulls out her bow, brings it back, and it hits into the side of the Tyrannosaurus next, where Torga had basically Triceratops. Fucking hell, Triceratops. As the Triceratops, where Torga had basically just gouged out a piece of its armor. Do you have a second attack now, Jamae?
Yes, Aran will do a melee attack. Oh, he has a reaction because he can see. Or can he see me? Because I'm basically behind him.
See you.
Okay.
He should still be able to see you. Yeah.
So he will claw at it again.
Okay.
Fuck, that one.
No, absolutely, and the 6. So
Nope.
no. As he goes to claw, he just knocks off the Triceratops's armor, not getting through. So, okay. So I don't know how the revised Ranger works, but Ranger usually get 2 attacks at 5th level, and then
Not
Alan uses
not the
his
beast one.
reaction.
No,
Beast one doesn't
beast-
get 2 attacks.
beast-
The other one does.
Oh,
Hunter.
okay.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about 2 attacks.
Yeah, the normal ranger does get it at 5th, but the revised split it out.
Yeah, because I think it's because
That
I
makes sense. Okay.
get to reaction with Aran or my pet, so like my beast. So I guess it would make sense.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Jimmy?
Yes.
Broderick, you're up.
Broderick's gonna stumble forward to the Triceratops.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I think I'm going to impose disadvantage on myself because I'm drunk off my ass. So this should just be a net roll.
Alright.
Ooh, that's a 26 to hit.
Very much so.
And then, out of curiosity, I don't know what the verdict would be here. So I don't get my sneak attack if I have disadvantage on the roll, but if a disadvantage and advantage cancel each other out, did I still technically have disadvantage and don't get sneak attack?
No, it'd be like a normal roll. So you don't have either.
Right, but when you're
Okay.
when you have a friend that's within melee range of your target, that whole advantage disadvantage thing doesn't matter. If you read the rules, it says
No, I think it does. I think it says unless
I
you
don't-
have disadvantage on the roll.
Oh, okay, that then yeah. Well, okay, but if they cancel out, then you don't have disadvantage, which means we're engaged with it, which means you do have sneak attack, right?
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Right? I mean, because you either have to have advantage or you have to have a teammate in melee range with it. Also, sidebar, you can't have disadvantage. Well, you don't have disadvantage, and you have 3
That's
teammates
correct.
engaged with it, so you should get sneak attack. Now, Kittens can override me because
Okay.
this is her game, but I believe that's the way it works.
Yeah.
I think he's
so
asking whether or not the
there's no-
disadvantage is applied before or after he gets.
Oh.
Right.
Right.
No, it's just a normal roll. It's like if you don't have disadvantage, you don't have advantage. It's just flat.
Okay, so I do get sneak attack then.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, 12 slashing.
It's looking really all right.
I would hope so.
And then bonus action attack.
All right.
I would hope it's looking. I would hope that this
fif-
fucking thing's
wait,
looking really rough. I
um,
unloaded on this motherfucker, man.
I'm gonna use my luck to re-roll as 15, just in case.
You do know
I'll take the
13 is
15.
DC.
Oh, I do?
Okay.
Oh, well, no, my
Yeah.
drunken me has no idea. So I'll spend the 1 luck point.
Okay. Do your damage.
The other result was a 10, so I'll take the 15. 6 slashing.
Still up, but barely as pouring down. It is roaring back and forth. 3, you are up.
Cree? Cree?
Need to use the bird call. Click, click, click.
Keith! I don't know.
I'm sorry, what was that? I didn't hear you.
It is your turn.
Okay, sorry about that. I am going to attack. With a 14 to hit again. Did that hit?
Yes. Hit.
Okay, and I'm going to use an inspiration for defensive flourish. It will add the second die will add to my damage and my AC for the next turn.
That's pretty dope. There's so many cool things to play in D&D.
Although I rolled like shit, but it's still 10 damage, and my AC is 19 for the next turn.
How do you want to do this?
Just like straight between the 3 horns, my scimitar just stabs it.
Alright. Your scimitar goes up and stabs into its brain as it rears back. You almost fly with it as it falls over onto its back. You pull your scimitar out. It's covered with like thick red blood. The whole crowd just.
Aye!
in the background.
2 victories for Cree today! Alright!
All
You're getting
right,
pretty
and
good
you
at
guys
this,
go.
fella.
You guys kind of clean yourselves off of gross Triceratops blood. You get drinks from everyone as they hand you drinks, and you're more than welcome to stay and watch, or you guys can do whatever you want.
Kree's going to drop his rage, fly up in the air over the center of the pit, and start doing a performance of sword twirling, swallowing, juggling.
Make a performance check.
Torga gets out of the pit. Goes over to like...
22.
Yeah, you watch as Torga, you get out of the pit, you watch as Kree flies up and starts juggling swords. Everyone's kind of pointing and like, holy shit, that's so cool. And it seems like you guys came in at the right day.
So are we going to go talk to the Jarl or whatever about the situation?
Oh, you guys can do whatever you want. I think I'm gonna lean against this wall for a little bit. No, I'm good. I'm good. Oh.
Sure.
Just leave him, he'll be fine.
Oh.
Okay, maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Torga is
I'm gonna go find another maid.
repairing some damage that Aegis took from that front kick from that Triceratops. I'm gonna use second wind and heal some because that hurt.
Kree's gonna drop down from his performance, grab a couple tankards, and go up to Torga while she's finishing, going, "Thanks for doing most of the work there," and hand her a mead.
Aye, good job cleaning up. I'm quite impressive now with your all like rage thing.
It's still new, but I'm loving it.
You watch as a very pregnant Brynhilda comes over to you, Torga, and taps you and Aegis on the head, casting Cure Wounds at how much damage are you missing? 26?
I'm missing... yeah, exactly half my HP.
He's gonna cast Cure Wounds at 4th level, which is 5d? 4d or 5d?
At 4th level, it's 4d8.
I can hear that remote control truck going out on the street. Really, this is really weird, like, nostalgic, primal thing going on with my brain where, like, I can hear it and I want to go play with this kid. Hey, man, let me see your RC truck. I want to try it.
Is it a gas-powered one?
I have no idea, man. I just hear it. It's that sound, you know? Like, remote control vehicles, toys, make a sound. It's like, dude, that's a remote control vehicle, some sort, I can tell.
She rolled really shitty, so it's only 15 points of healing, but, you know.
Okay. That works. Yeah, Torga is still gonna... I just flavor my second wind for story purposes, but she's gonna go ahead and continue to repair. I appreciate that. Also, Kree, I appreciate this ale. Thanks. Takes a big swig.
Broderick walks over. Says, "Oh, I take it you're bearing his child." Oh.
Broderick, do you want me to show you how this rage works? Stop with the horrible jokes.
Oh, no, seriously, this time I didn't even mean it. It was... Oh,
Aye, they're unbearable.
I'm too drunk for this. I'm just gonna go pass out in an alleyway somewhere.
Okay, a lot more dangerous than your usual drunken passing outs. It's fucking cold. Like, this is like Michigan December cold.
Yep, it happens. I fall face first into an alley somewhere.
Did I see him
Alright, you fall.
stumble away?
Make a perception check versus Broderick's disadvantage on stealth.
Super disadvantage on stealth. Disadvantage and -5.
13.
What was
14.
Turek? Okay, so you do see him as he stumbles away. You watch as he stumbles into the snow-covered, like, mud, slushy, you know, you guys might not know. Do you ever get the slush buildup on the roads? It fucking sucks.
Yes.
Jim and
Yes,
I
we do.
know.
That's
yes.
what this is. Yes,
That
this
sounds
is what
horrible.
this is.
It sounds nasty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like the front of him is all soaking wet, but he doesn't seem to care as he stumbles into an alley. And then Rick, you don't see him anymore, but you go and follow, and you see him passed out, face down, into the slush.
Face down, ass up.
Considering whether or not I want to leave him here.
Did Cree notice where he...
I'll pick him up.
Yeah, all
I'll
right.
dry
You
him
pick
off with
up.
prestidigitation and pick him up. Back out. I handle that.
He's not a small boy.
I mean, I'm not weak either. I'm not a small boy either.
Here.
So, I handed everybody like a cloak and like an animal skin to keep warm. You guys came back.
Right.
I don't know how much that would have cost, but I would have spent it.
Sloat has my player's handbook up.
No, I gave yours away. I still have mine.
Okay, you gave mine away to your friend, so look it up.
I mean, common clothes are 5 silver pieces. Traveler's clothes are 2 gold pieces.
I'd say they'd be common.
Doesn't really go into any detail as to what clothes are, probably because I don't really need to, but...
Yeah, that's fine. I come back with Roderick over my shoulder.
Come back to the pit. Where are we now? What's going on?
I don't know. He stumbled off to an alleyway, and I went and grabbed him, dried him off, and I came back.
We're just kind of celebrating, right? Us, the Vikings, we're all just kind of partying a bit.
Oh, what does the king want to
Yeah,
do?
basically.
We're his guests. I don't even know if that fight was for us, but it sure was fun.
And you guys are watching as more fights happen.
Cree sees Strick bringing Broderick back, and he uses Mage Hand to slap him on the ass just hard enough to leave a slight red mark, but not hard enough to hurt.
Rick gives you a thumbs up.
You just hear a mumble. You just hear a mumbling.
Slightly disappointed with how less dirty that sounded than I thought it was going to. Thought it was going to be something like, don't do that to me, Robert.
I thought I was gonna get like a "ooh, that's how I like it" or something similar.
You're lucky he even was aware enough to know that it happened.
All right.
Hey,
We're just
Play the
watching
wild.
fights then.
what do you guys want to do?
What's the king and queen doing? Are they just sticking around and watching fights?
Real quick, out of character, I would suggest it's a big party day. We would party, maybe stay over, and then talk to them in the morning.
Wait, what time is it?
Getting to be about 2.
Oh, we would have time to talk to them now. Oh, I guess, except some people are drunk.
Yeah, and they're enjoying the fights. We're enjoying the fights. I just think it would be even more diplomatic, I'd say, to let the celebration continue and then have a
Look,
serious
appreciate all
conversation.
these accusations.
I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about Broderick.
Oh. Of course, I knew that.
He's just
I was a
passed
little
out
bit
next
talking
to
about you, I guess.
I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
Okay, Jim.
Picked up on that inspiration really quick. I don't know what you're talking about. I've only had a few.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, all the drunk Jim streams. Always deny it. Always, when you're drunk, always deny it. And get called out on it, always deny it. That's what I've learned.
And always in a really slurred voice.
I can't watch, otherwise Sloat wouldn't be able to talk on Discord.
Well, these are usually ESO. Drunk ESO streams. Monday and Tuesday are a good night for them for some reason.
Yeah. Mondays and Tuesdays always suck.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Alright, so...
Do we want to take a slight break and then come
yeah,
back?
I gotta pee.
Or,
Actually, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, break sounds good.
It's been 2 hours since we started,
okay.
so that makes sense.
5 minutes? 10 minutes?
Alright, guys. Yeah. Does anyone need longer than 5? Like a short... No? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Short break.
I'm good.
Pee, drink, stretch your legs. etc.
Tea, all good.
Okay. See you back here soon.
Heyo. Ew.
Hello.
So Hex is doing this cute thing where if you scratch just the right spot, one of her feet starts to twitch.
Oh no, so cute.
It is so cute.
Alright, I'm back.
That sounds so cute.
So it says it starts to twitch more.
My dogs usually do that.
Yeah, I thought it was a dog thing. In her case, it's definitely a cat thing.
Yeah. Some cats act more like
Man, the
dogs.
power spike that I fucking hit at
Does
level
she
5
fetch?
was insane. I did not expect that.
So like I said, her favorite toy is like that stick that has like the string and there's a bird on it. And like we'll play with it and like I'll move it around and finally she'll catch it and she'll drag it out of my hands and she kind of trots off with it and then she brings it back so we can play more.
My thing is when she carries the mice around in her mouth, and you can just watch her.
When I was young, I definitely had a cat that played fetch.
We also had a cat who played fetch, and she also panted. How do you say it?
Hex will pant. Pant, yeah.
That is not a good thing for cats to do.
I mean, it looked funny.
Oh, she does all the time.
Tail out.
That is not a good thing.
Why? What does that normally mean?
It looks so cute.
Why?
I fully admit.
I mean, when she fetched stuff, she did that.
Yeah, it's only like she only starts panting like if I really like we're really going at it and playing and
Yeah, Zunder does the
I'm
same
like
thing.
running around the house with her. Like she starts to pant pretty hard.
When I have him,
Yeah, I didn't mean that like they would be like out of shape or something.
yeah, Xander does the same thing. When I have him run circles around himself with the laser pointer, and I wear him out, he starts fucking hanging his tongue out. He'll come up to me with his mouth open like, "Oh, what's going on, buddy? You fucking tired now, huh?"
That's what I do, trying to get her all tired before bed so she's not up at 1 a.m.
She's never up at
'Cause-
1 a.m. when I'm there. She always just sleeps with me.
Oh, not anymore. Not anymore. She's been up at about 3 or 5 in the morning for the past like 4 or 5 nights now.
I bet next time I come down, she'll sleep with me.
Good, she can keep you up all morning /
No, she's always just super cute, and we have good times.
She was
Well, you're free to
pretty
take her.
cute. No,
What?
she's not.
I what?
Somebody's regretting this decision.
What did I miss?
Well, what?
What?
Besides Hex being a brat, nothing.
Oh, is Sloat saying I can have her?
Yep, all yours.
Oh.
No, 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 no. She is my
Kittens
kitten.
does not approve.
You
guys
can
are
take Slope
coming-
too.
Are we all back? We have a Thrick in
I'm
our
here.
bed.
Jim.
Hello.
What the heck was that noise?
I think that was Minnie.
That was Minnie.
I think it was also Jim.
Yes. And I think I heard Keith as well.
Yes, you did.
3 people saying yes. Alright.
Meow. That's what I heard from Minnie. Meow.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, are we ready to get back into it?
Yeah, are we just drinking and partying? Is that what's...
Yeah.
Like I said, out of
Robert
character,
wakes up a few hours later.
I think we should save the diplomacy stuff till the morning after this big celebration.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You guys do drink and you do party for quite a while. They don't have an inn, but the Jarl does allow you guys to stay in his longhouse. He has like a some extra bedrooms that he's made, and that you can have part of the longhouse. You guys will have to I think you will have to triple up. So it'd be 3 in 2 of the bedroom. Nope, it should be 2 per bedroom. And 3 in 1. Yeah.
Is Broderick so
Whoever's
happy?
drunk. No, he wakes up a few hours into the party, and you guys watch fights and drink, and there's a really large, after the fights get over with, gather you up and take you to where there is a large fire pit. It's probably about 10 feet across, each way, completely circular, and there's a large spit, and they are roasting everything you can think of. There's different barrels of really cool vegetables that you haven't really seen before, and they're roasting them all and seeming to have a party.
I feel like at this point, at some point in the night, Torga is so sloshed that she just grabs the closest teammate and is like, I love this place. I never want to leave it. It's so great, and they're all nice and like to party.
Now wait,
That's
did Torga grab someone, or did Torga use Aegis to grab someone? That depends on how much it hurts.
No, it would definitely be Aegis.
Ouch.
I just meant like a hand. I just meant by grab. I guess I just meant like a hand on the shoulder.
Still not it.
I love this place. I never want to leave. It's so great. It's
I'll
got both
take
the
it.
sky and all the dwarven qualities.
Ouch, ouch, what's the fur?
Yeah, and at this point you guys get some meat of, you're not quite sure what it is.
It's delicious.
Yummy. You're just not and you get some very strange vegetables that you've never eaten before. It's not like your normal potatoes. It's like some weird aspect. This is red and spiky. Sure.
So Yume doesn't really like vegetables at all, so she's going to find her some meat.
Frick, that's kind of funny.
And there's lots.
Now, being a drop, can I identify this as human meat, or is there
It's
no
elf
human
meat.
I
That's
mean,
what
I don't
Frick
care
said.
what I...
Sorry, I didn't mean to
It's
blow your
not-
cover.
It's not elf meat. It's probably some sort of dinosaur.
It's wood
meat.
elf meat, I'm pretty sure.
I sniff it carefully.
As you sniff it, it's definitely some sort of dinosaur meat. It's not human or elf.
I suspected dinosaur meat would be like really tough.
Like, how do you even
It
know what a
is-
human or elven meat smells like?
It's like venison type, like toughness.
Frick loves it.
Aye.
And
I
then
have
there's
what it is.
I
I'm
have,
so drunk.
I have only tasted reindeer, so I don't know what a venison tastes like.
Eating reindeer?
Pretty similar.
Yeah?
pretty
Because
similar, I would
venison is
assume.
Deer, so reindeers, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was
we-
gonna say all those
reindeer-
same things.
We
I feel like
eat
they're a
reindeer.
similar family, right?
Okay.
Reindeer is like moose, right? Like,
No,
I don't know. I've never
well,
seen a reindeer.
No, reindeer are tiny compared to moose.
Yeah, reindeer,
Oh.
they have big horns, but they are more like...
They're shorter than people.
Do you know what caribou look like?
No.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. I'm assuming they're like the size of normal deer then.
Maybe a bit bigger?
So like an elk, maybe? Or smaller than that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess smaller than an elk.
I'm not sure, but they're
I
not
know a
that
few
big as a
reindeers.
moose.
I don't know.
They're not big as a
I don't
moose.
think
but-
I've never seen a reindeer.
Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid.
Well,
Rudolph,
I sent a picture
Prancer.
to the animal chat one time about reindeers, but it was a long time ago. So maybe
Anyway, if they maybe taste more like elk and venison elk type. Elk's really yummy. Okay. Anyway, point is, the night kind of comes to a close. You all stumble into bedrooms, and sleep the night away, or however you guys want to do this. Or
Broderick tries to, snuggle his way into a Viking's bed.
Jimmy doesn't really care which room she sleeps in, so she just goes to the closest one with Aran.
Broderick, I want you to make a perception check with disadvantage.
That's an 8 either way.
Okay. You do find your way to a Viking bed. The next morning you wake up extremely hungover. The rest of you wake up probably a little before Broderick. And Broderick.
Anyone that notices Torga sleeping, normally she, if we're out on the road, she would have Aegis sit Indian style, and she sleeps in his lap. If we're in some sort of like like an inn or something, she'll probably have Torga either sit in a chair or sit Indian style in a corner of the room while she sleeps in a bed like a normal person. Anyone that witnesses her sleeping this night, Aegis is like on his back, sprawled out on the bed, and then like Torga is like face down on his chest, as if they were like a couple, right? And like she's sleeping on top of him, and that you're not quite entirely sure how they got that way, but she was drunk and she doesn't know either.
I mean, that takes so much room. You're taking the whole bed.
Yeah, someone's probably not happy that the other. She's taking up the whole bed.
Wow. So rude.
Broderick, as you come to in the morning, your head hurts and you're trapped. And you kind of come to a little bit more, and a huge arm is wrapped around you. It's like the size of probably 2 of your arms is wrapped around you. And you are completely trapped with a very loud snoring in your ear. Oh my god.
Anyone that's seen Beer Fest?
This isn't the worst thing I've woken up to.
Right? This is like that scene in Beer Fest where the guy wakes up with the super big black lady and he's like, I knew the whole time.
I think, is it a male? Sleeping with Broderick.
As you kind of turn over a little bit, it's a very, very large man. There's a wolf tattooed onto his chest, and he is gone. He is still passed out snoring.
Can I use like acrobatics to kind of like weasel my way out?
Yeah, make a dexterity check for me, or acrobatics. Yeah.
And as he's squeezing out, he notices just a lightly sore spot on his ass cheek.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I feel like more than just his ass would be sore.
Zing.
What is that?
Manny, I don't know why you
on the
went so far in the gutter, but I was only talking about slapping his ass earlier yesterday.
As you kind of wiggle out, the snoring stops for a second, and you're like, and then starts again, super loud again, just as loud as, and you kind of sneak out, doing the
I put on my underpants, put on my clothes and all that stuff. Take my way to a tavern or bar.
Well, there's a tavern / bar. There's also the Jarl's house where everyone is at currently.
Oh, I guess I'm in the Jarl's.
Just bone the Jarl's
house. No, the wolf tattoo, not a bear tattoo.
No, I think Brynhilde would probably kill both of them.
Does Rick have dick breath?
I don't care. I don't know. It's all your imagination.
Gross.
Kittens hates all of us.
Yes, sometimes.
We all need Jesus.
You're the one who boned the wolf man.
What if he's a fucking werewolf now? What if in Corvania they don't pass through biting, they pass it through sex? We don't know. We don't know.
and a rock drops from the sky and kills all of us.
Eventually, you guys do make your way out in front of the Jarl's Longhouse to get breakfast. Everyone seems to be slightly hungover as they kind of gather up and have,
Torga's hungover and has like Aegis like carrying her in his arms as they come down the stairs instead of riding on his back, and she's just like holding her head like, I fucking shite.
Everyone's other than Brynhilde, who's making breakfast, seems to be super just hungover and
can you put that name in chat, by the way? Bren something or other, and who is that? Is that the queen? Or is that the maid of some sort?
Yeah, that's the Jarl. Nope, that's the Jarl's wife, Brynhilde.
The very pregnant Jarl's wife who's been healing us and all that.
Okay, I thought so. I just don't. I need her name because that's a tough one. I don't know if I can spell that one. Ollie, it sounds like Bryn Shander, where Eldon's from.
And as the big burly dude makes his way in, I just kind of point him out and say, "His dick's not as big as you think it'd be."
Hey, you sleeping with the Wolfman?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot from last night, but I do remember being underwhelmed by it.
Rick, what did you say?
Was it?
I don't know if I want to know. Why would you want to know?
It's just a lot smaller than it should be.
Shh, you don't have to yell.
Eventually, you guys get breakfast again of
Guys, I
different
love
sorts of
role-playing.
meats and
It's so much
vegetables.
fun.
It's still pretty yummy. Brynhilde seems to be a really good cook. I can't talk today. Good job. But breakfast starts to die down. Everyone is cleaning plates, and it seems like Rain kind of comes up and helps her mom clean some plates, and eventually it's just the Jarl, his wife, and his daughter.
Oh, you bring it up. I don't want to bring it up. You bring it up. I just finished breakfast, though.
Eventually, silence. Rain kind of stands. So I'm gonna go head to the forest, gather a little more of the sap. I think they need some over at the Elin hut, so I'll be back. And her mother kind of gives a nod, and she heads up. Seemingly not able to take the awkward silence.
Yeah, Torga would look over at Broderick and or Rivette and kind of make the eyes like, are we going to talk about the thing that we came here for?
Broderick kind of nods at the table but doesn't leave it and goes, "Well, first of all, we would all like to thank you, or I'm assuming we'd all like to thank you for providing us a place of lodging and food for the night. It's very, very gracious of you. You're a wonderful host."
That party last night that we experienced here in your village was rivals some of the dwarven parties I've been a part of. Which, granted, there had not been many. But it was
The
a good
fight
time.
was amazing.
Aye, and all the combat, I like it.
Well, I'm glad you had a good night with us. But I'm curious, what are outsiders doing here?
Well, actually, I was kind of curious myself. We must be the first outsiders you've either ever seen or have seen in quite a long time. I know this region is usually avoided by the other peoples of the other nations.
Yeah. Can't say we've ever had outsiders, at least not in my lifetime. Maybe in that old hag's lifetime. And he kind of nods his head over to where the Wood Elf village would be. But who fucking knows about her, right?
Sorry, I can't type in chat, but Kree's gonna inspire Broderick just in case there's some kind of check coming up.
Okay. Well, needless, or perhaps needful to say, we represent one of those parties from one of those outside nations that has an active interest in this conflict no longer being a thing, whatever that might mean. So we came here to see what we could do to gather intelligence and get information and, you know, bring peace to this land, whatever that means.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Kree, your
I will help.
inspiration's still a D6.
Yeah, I'm at a D6 for probably
Okay.
forever.
Probably forever.
Yeah, because I think I need 5th level, and I don't think I'll be taking 5th level at least anytime soon for board.
So we're backwards then. You started as a spellcasting class and are going to spec more into a fighting combat class. And I'm the other way around. I started as a combat class and I'm going to spec more into a spellcasting class.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna go almost straight barbarian from now on, but I am Bard for barbarian 1 right now.
Okay. So yes, persuasion. Jimmy, what are you doing to assist me?
I mean, making, like, you know, helping.
Giving me the thumbs up and going, you got it.
Yeah, I'm like, thumbs up, you're doing great. And then I'm like,
She's say
like maybe whispering something like, say this. How about this one?
She's sitting next to you. She begins to purr and rubs her face awkwardly on your arm.
Rub the Jarl's arm.
Like cats do.
Oh my god.
I'll say with the awkward help of Torga and Jamae and Kree kind of all talking and through the night, I'll give you advantage.
Okay. And then I'm gonna cure to see if I can't improve that roll a little bit. Ooh, that's better. And adding the oh boy, 32.
What the fuck?
Is now your
16.
leave.
16 plus 6 from the inspiration plus 10 for my persuasion skill.
God. The Jarl tries to suck your dick.
Brr, Roderick! Stop sucking the Jarl's dick.
Not quite.
Oh god.
As Broderick is kind of talking, as Broderick's kind of talking, usually he has this like sleazy charm where you can't help but like him even though you're kind of grossed out by him. He kind of turns it up a notch, and instead of being sleazy charm, he is definitely like I can swindle like a king out of his crown type sort of charisma he has. And he's talking and weaving and kind of explaining what you guys are doing here. And the Jarl seems very receptive as he kind of sits down and he motions the rest of you to sit across from him. He kind of wraps his arm against around Bryn and kind of brings her in to also listen. So, what does this outside party have interest in us for? What's the point?
Well, we represent an interest from the town of Cordeno, which is a beacon of trade and economy over on the eastern side of the world. And, well, the fact that there's an entire nation that hasn't been available for trade and resources back and forth, well, we represent an active interest in Cordeno that wants to open up trade and help in whatever the way they can.
I mean, doesn't sound like there's a downside currently. You think they can talk? We've sent ships out, and there's the ship barricade by some sort of country that I don't give a shit about. You think you can get rid of that in order to have trade?
Well, that would
So-
certainly help. I mean, trade is kind of impossible with a blockade. The reason the blockade is there, though, is the other nations are, I hate to say it, simply afraid of the conflict going on here, and they don't want it to spill over. They're ignorant. They're not aware of what you have going on here. They see ships and they see scary people. They don't see a culture. They don't see a civilization. That's what our employer sees, though. They see potential. The others, they just see fear because of their ignorance. They simply don't know. They're not aware.
And you think you can get the old hag on the other side of the island to agree to peace?
I think we can. I mean, there's a conflict a long time ago, but ever
what are you
since
fighting
then,
for anyway?
you two have been able to... Exactly, you two have been able to build both very prosperous civilizations on opposite sides of the island. I don't see why the need for bloodshed exists anymore, quite honestly. I mean, I'm ignorant of the situation myself, so I might be speaking out of turn, but simply what I've observed.
Well, we can't survive on this side of the island without taking what we can from the elves. That's as simple as it is. We need food. We need supplies that they have in their tropical side of the island that they won't let us live on.
Alright.
And we need them, so we take them.
Oh,
Creep
so
things
Simple
up.
as it is.
So they are denying you of a better life.
Kree's gonna speak up,
They have for
saying,
centuries.
with trade opened up, you wouldn't even need their resources because you could trade for them at that point.
Aye. That's what I was thinking. What do you got that they want? There's got to be some sort of an
Well,
agreement we can come to.
I know of one thing.
Dinosaurs?
I know these dinosaurs would sell for a high price to various merchants and traders across the land.
I haven't seen
And that's a
many
resource you have
horses.
here that nobody else does.
Right? I don't think we've seen many horses here. Everyone needs something to ride on to traverse the island.
Well, the wood elves' reason they hate us is, well, they think for some reason we attacked them out of sheer malice, maybe? I don't know. Don't rightly fucking care. The old hag, she's the only reason the war goes on, I think. We take what we need because we need to survive. I need to provide for my family, my settlement.
Well, I think
And if
that's
you
something
think-
everyone
Well,
can
but
agree
with
to.
trade opened up, you wouldn't even need anything from the elves. You would have trade from the other continents.
Agreed.
I think. So could we get something in writing from you that states, with the trade from Cadena coming in, you would no longer need to take from the Wood Elves? Would this be correct?
Yeah. With the 32 persuasion that you rolled. Yeah. I'd be open for some trade.
Now, thinking of other things, is there anything else your people can provide? One, I know mercenary companies, if you'd be willing to send your people out, would absolutely fight over the ability to have your kind of fighters in their ranks.
Aye.
I mean, I bet there's a few young men that wouldn't mind leaving the settlement, but we don't have that kind of people. We're a settlement maybe 100 strong. You're right. We do have the dinosaurs. I didn't realize they were that rare. And then
They don't
you
exist
guys,
anywhere
I'm
else.
assuming you. Rain told you about the tree. I think, right? She told me. She
Aye.
told you.
Yes, we're aware of the tree, but we're worried. I don't think the tree would be available for trade, given its nature, but
A neutral
could be sold
ground.
to the right people in need.
Agreed. It is also a fairly large mountain range. We do mine there for iron and bronze and materials to make steel, but nothing major. I don't know if that's helpful at all.
Now, it could be. It is another potential bargaining chip. Your people seem, from what I've heard, very skilled at naval combat, and I know there's a batch of pirates that have been kind of plaguing the shores over the last 30, 40 years or so. Would this be a potential bargaining chip with other civilizations? Would your crews be willing to join parties seeking out these pirates, or would that be off the table?
Why? Beach doesn't lean to
We have
anybody.
our long ships, but
I just want peace for like everyone.
I agree. I'm
we have
just
our
trying
long
to get all of the
ships, but
potential bargaining chips.
we have our long ships, but I don't think I don't know. I've never sailed on them. I know ancestors did a long time ago. We have blueprints on how to make ships that can sail a while, but I've never sailed one, and no one in our living memory has.
Well, out of character, I just wanted to set up Vikings versus pirates. That's really what was going on.
Broderick's playing for the long game.
Thank you for your thank you for your openness and willing to discuss these things. You've given us a lot to think about and a lot of things to say to the people who need you. Yes, thank you for your time, and thank you for all of your cooperation in this matter. I think this is the best for everyone. I really do.
Wait, hold on a second. How do we prove to the blockade that how do we prove anything? We've had this conversation. Sure, these people here are open to trade from other countries. But what do we do? How do we prove that to the blockade to get them to go away?
Write a contract or something.
So you
Wait,
got
what
a
is
point.
the time?
We could provide a copy. We could provide a copy of the peace treaty once one is signed.
Do we know who even owns that blockade? Like, whose blockade that is?
Zico's, the military country or city in Ivril.
Yeah, Broderick and
you do have a
Rivette,
point
you guys knew. That's what I mentioned yesterday in the summary in Discord, was like, you guys, the two of you at least knew what those ships were.
Yeah.
I imagine once Zico is aware of the deal between these two nations, I'm sure an agreement can be reached.
The Queen could definitely get that blockade dropped, by the way.
There you go.
That's a great point.
Alright,
so how do we, but hold on 1 second. Well, how do we get back, what do we tell the elves? It seems like we've settled on getting trade to this city, sure. But what do the elves get, and why would they stop attacking?
Well, if we open up trade, the Vikings don't need to raid south anymore, and according to the elves, they only attack to defend themselves, so we should be able to negotiate that.
Aye. Alright.
Alright, I think you need to talk amongst yourselves. Come on, Bryn. And he kind of lifts up, helps his wife up. She is probably due any day now, as they kind of walk out of the home and seem to be leaving you guys to your discussions.
Alright, so we need him to sign something. Aye? Maybe. Or are we just gonna get the Queen to
if we could
remove
have
the
something in
blockade?
writing. If we could get something in writing to take to the Wood Elves so we can show them that this is genuine and not just some bullshit we made up on the
Alright,
fly.
we can't just walk out of here and say, oh, so-and-so said this. That's not the way it works.
Maybe we should get someone from here to come with us to the Wood Elves, and we will keep them safe.
Well,
And, have them talk.
suggest we talk to the people, the Wood Elves, again, and start a summit of some sort.
Aye, we should do it in the ravine where it's neutral territory.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
In the ravine with the giant scary tree?
That is actually a really good idea.
Oh.
The tree isn't
Aye.
scary. It doesn't do anything bad.
You're so quiet. Sometimes I forget you're with us.
Who? Me?
Oh, Kalaya. You didn't fight with us in the pit, and you didn't get wasted with us. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. Sometimes I forget you're here.
I blend well.
Maybe she's an
Cree
observer.
whispers to Torga, she's shady anyhow.
Hey! Shadowy, not shady. Shadowy.
I whispered, I don't know if you heard it.
Here's all.
Make it.
Make a what?
Perception.
Oh, we lost her.
I don't know why I thought that was so
What?
funny. Make a what?
Who's making deception?
Perception for Kalaya. No one hear me?
No, I hear you.
Yes.
Now I heard you. Just
I
cut
mean,
off
from
her.
time to time it sounds like a robot, but I just chalked that up to your internet.
Domo arigato.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Roboto. I hear you though.
Does
kid.
Sloat sound like a robot?
From time to time, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Every once in a while he does, yeah. Both of you, my favorite
What
thing
was-
about your internet is every once in a while you guys talk in slow motion. Like your speech literally gets drawn out over time, and it takes a second for the whole thing to catch up. It's crazy.
That's funny, I haven't heard that, but that's probably...
Hopefully in a week we'll have better internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
The internet?
I thought you guys didn't have anything else available.
Well, there's cable internet, but
Oh,
when
that's
we
better.
went online, it said we were gonna get 3 megabits per second, which we're like, what the fuck? There's no way that would ever work. But we talked to them, and they said it is probably gonna be 10, and they'll try to get us more.
I tell you what, I don't know what the services you have now that what they're claiming that you're getting, but I feel like anything that's wired is just going to be better than something over the air, regardless of what they say their numbers are. You know what I mean? Because wired's always better.
Agreed. It was supposed to be
Yeah.
up to 50 megabits per second. The reality is they throttle you during peak hours.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
were getting 0.25. We were getting 0.25 megabits per second.
Yeah,
That's fucking ridiculous.
yeah. That
That's
sounds about right.
unusable.
Yeah, that
And
makes
then
sense.
they were angry because I was calling like, hey, our internet doesn't work. And they're like, well, it's working how it's supposed to. I'm like, well, fucking shit, it's not. And then they're like, don't talk to me like that. And I'm like, I'll talk to you however the fuck I want.
That's exactly how it went down.
Yeah,
That's
they
not
have
true.
the nerve to say that shit's to be expected. Like if 0.25 is to be expected, they can take that satellite and jam it up their ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I literally told them, they asked could we do anything else for us, and I said, yeah, get us some lube.
Now, I understand that it's a really shitty situation, but you gotta remember, these are just customer service reps, and they're probably getting paid $15 an hour to just...
I didn't. Keith, I was very nice to all of them. I didn't actually say anything like that.
I didn't
was
believe
always
either
really
one of you
nice.
actually.
I did ask for lube.
Yeah, I am always very nice. I promise. I was not mean. I wanted to be mean, but I was not. I did tell them that
She
they were looking for.
wouldn't let me call them.
She would let me.
Probably for good
Probably
reason.
a good idea, yeah. Seconded.
When I'm angry at
I
always tell the customer service rep, listen, I'm very angry right now, but it's not at you. This way I can be as angry as I want.
and then I'm like, but if you want to send me up the line to not even a supervisor but a manager, I'll be angry at someone else. That works. Okay. Anyway, what's your guys' plan? We're still playing D&D.
Yes.
So I think we should get some kind of token of good faith from the Jarl, and then we should go talk to the Wood Elves and try and set up some kind of thing at the ravine where they can talk to each other about if we open up trade, that maybe there's a line of demarcation on the island and they leave each other alone.
Aye.
And we're gonna do this at the scary tree thing.
You're
Well,
the
first
only
we're gonna
one
go-
The
afraid
tree
of the
isn't
tree?
scary.
You're the only one in this whole party that's afraid of the tree?
Did you see how Aran was around the tree? He was
Tree the
wrapping
lip.
himself around it and all.
I feel like you guys are all just too trusting of the weird magical tree.
Aren't you a
I'm
druid?
not necessarily.
Thought you're a druid. Why are you afraid of the tree?
I definitely trust the tree more than I trust
You?
Goliath.
I trust the trees more than I
Well-
trust you.
Honestly, out of character, I didn't realize that people still thought it was a true.
I don't know if actually Torga thinks that. I was just being silly.
I don't
You
know.
were below decks doing some shady magic shit that we all felt, and then lied about it when we talked to you later. So yes, I don't trust you at this moment.
I mean, that's fine, but like, we
The
don't know what the
tree.
tree is. I
know
feel like
that
it's
the tree
perfectly
doesn't
sensible for me not
attack.
to trust the weird magical tree.
I
The
don't
tree
know what.
doesn't attack if we don't attack it. It's simple as that.
Yeah, we don't know what the trees, but we don't know what you are either. And
The tree.
he hasn't done shady magic shit under our feet.
Aye.
I did no
The
magic.
tree hasn't tried to blow our ship up.
Out of character, you read a summoning spell that we're lucky didn't work because it was already summoned.
But technically, I did not cast any magic. I did
You spelled-
absolutely nothing. And I
You
wasn't
were
trying to blow up the
still
ship.
gonna
I was just
try.
trying to cast a spell.
But you tried to cast it. That's
yeah,
the
you tried
point.
to cast the spell, and the energies were available that all of us that are arcane sensitive felt. So we know you did something, and then you bullshitted and said you didn't.
That'd be like an officer saying, or that'd be like you saying to an officer, no, I wasn't trying to kill him. I just pulled the trigger and the gun jammed. I didn't try and kill him. You know.
But what the spell did?
That's a problem in and of
Dynamite. The
itself.
fuse just didn't blow up.
Can we go back? Can we go back to the in-character part?
Yeah.
You guys can find the Jarl and you discuss the terms that you want written down, that they'll look for trade and open trade up, that they will make a peace treaty with the Wood Elves as long as the Elves do not attack them, they will not attack the Elves. That is how it has to be stated. The Jarl is very explicit about that. I don't know what else was the that there are different parts of the agreement. It was that they would
The neutral zone
trade
stays neutral.
dinosaurs. Neutral zone stays neutral. They would trade dinosaurs, any material or minerals that they mine, and any willing citizens of the settlement that want to leave and become part of a fighting force, a mercenary group, are welcome to do so.
Oh, that part's not necessary, right? I think we're writing this for proof to the Wood Elves of stuff.
I thought this was the Jarl's demand.
Well, I figure. Oh,
I mean, we might be able to convince him to work in a
Can't-
part
can't
where,
hear you,
like,
kittens. I can hear you, but I can't hear you.
sigh. Basically, it's he wants enough food and resources that they do not have to worry about surviving on their side of the island.
Wait.
But yes,
Wait,
he
wait,
doesn't
wait,
have
wait.
from the Wood Elves.
Wait.
You wait.
Are we asking him to
He
write
doesn't
this?
need that from
Wait.
the Elves.
Yeah, are we
He
asking?
gets that through trade.
Wait. That's what I'm saying. Are we asking him to write this for the elves or for the blockade? Because I thought we were asking for a show of faith for the wood elves. And then we were going to go to the Queen of Cadena and get the blockade removed. So he doesn't have to write shit for the blockade, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't need
Okay.
to the blockade. We'll get the blockade dropped. We just need peace on the island to get the blockade dropped.
Although, to be honest, I thought, and secondly, I thought we were gonna get some sort of meeting at the neutral zone. So
yes.
Really, all this note needs to be is like, hey, let's have a meeting, and we promise we won't attack you. And then the rest of it can be talked out at the meeting,
There.
right?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he writes that he will willingly join the summit.
Yes, the summit.
Peacefully.
I like
He does. I would like to bring a few of my soldiers with me, though.
Aye? How many? We should probably set the limit, and we'll give it the same to the wood elves.
I agree, because I'd like to think that we're the neutral party in all of this. We'd be the ones that make sure no shenanigans go down.
Aye?
10 of my best.
8.
Eight.
Aye. 8 it is. And the wood elves can bring the same amount.
Yes,
there
that
will
would
be
be
no fighting.
Is that 8? Is that 8 and then 8? So what is that? 10 total?
Well, 8 besides the king and or the queen. Aye?
Brynhilda.
Okay, then 8 besides the king. And same for the wood elves. 8 besides their grand matron, Torta.
And then we will be there at the neutral.
So 10 total.
No, 9 total.
Pretty sure it's 10 total. Yeah, 10.
Why would it be 10?
Because 8 plus 1 is 10.
Roderick, you fucking idiot.
8 plus 1 is 9. I'll teach you later. Forget about it. It's fine.
Oh, alright.
8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 total. Aye. Sounds good.
9 total. Got it.
They will be bringing their weapons,
Aye.
but no bows from the wood elves.
Hold
They
on.
could shoot us from.
This is meant to be. We'll tell them no weapons, but that means you don't bring any weapons either. They shouldn't be needed.
So here's what I'm thinking. Hold on.
Leave the weapons.
I mean, I feel like each side can bring their weapons, aye, but if you're not going to give the wood elves their weapon of choice, then whatever yours is needs to stay behind too. This needs to be even and neutral.
Yeah, either completely unarmed or bring what you want.
Aye, we can't
When
just
you
seclude
see-
separate weapons.
When you see some of their elves shoot
Oh, I believe
your
it.
son in the eye from 400 yards, no bows.
Alright, then you don't bring any ranged weapons either.
It's just an axe.
No.
I'll bring my no ranged weapons for us.
Aye. No bows, no crossbows, no javelins. You bring handheld weapons only. I understand they can be thrown, Broderick, but just handheld weapons only. I think that is fair.
Deal.
I'm just saying, I've seen what their people can do with axes, not even throwing them.
Well,
I'm with Kree. I think either whatever they want to bring or nothing at all.
Yeah, so either everyone's completely unarmed or everyone brings whatever they want.
Doesn't it
I
sound
don't trust those wood elves.
everyone unarmed? Just
And those
a thought.
wood elves aren't going to trust you either. There's to be a little bit of faith here. There's enough of us here to, turn on the side that's not true. Okay, have our faith in this.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
We'll be
if they attack-
We'll be keeping the line. Peace.
yeah. If they attack, we will help you.
Because
If you
Broderick's
attack,
kinda
we will
headed
help
this
them.
thing. Broderick, make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage because everyone has been helping.
yeah. And vice versa, though. If any of your men get out of hand and you attack first, we are liable to turn on you. I don't want to, because I really like you. It's the closest experience I've had on the surface to be in a dwarven community. But if you attack first, we will turn and help the elves.
We understand. Alright.
Aye.
So we have an agreement.
Broderick.
23.
You are, you're right. We'll leave our weapons behind. Just make sure those damn wood elves don't bring theirs either.
Alright,
the same.
So the only people that should be armed at this summit will be our group as peacekeepers.
A neutral party.
Deal.
I'm glad we
All
could
right.
reach an agreement, and I hold out my hand.
He holds out his hand as well. And kind of grabs yours.
Alright, let's take this note back to the Wood Elves and let's negotiate this peace. We like you both, but we don't want to see any more fighting.
And I am completely in your debt for helping me with my issue, so...
I'm completely in your debt because of the awesome party you threw last night. I haven't seen anything like that since I left the underground with the dwarves.
Kree, if for some reason rage becomes too much, come see us again. Sometimes it can get out of hand. Talking to someone who knows can help.
I'll come back just to have some fun in the pit again.
Oh, aye. The pit and all the
Feel
drinks.
free.
I'm down.
Hopefully, with your trade, we can get some more odd, exotic things to fight.
Oh, aye.
Oh, and we've seen some fun things to fight so far in our travels.
I wonder if we can get
I
Codena to
bet-
send anything from the Underdark. That would make for a good show.
Alright, well, you guys should be headed off. It's getting about midday.
Alright.
Again, I
what-
appreciate.
What time is this summit?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, when are we setting this up for? Maybe tomorrow at midday?
Tomorrow when the sun's at its highest.
Right.
Alright, we'll be there.
Alright, well, we gotta get back. We
as
gotta
you-
start journeying then. Let's go.
Alright, you guys take your leave, exiting the settlement.
Is
A
Rain
lot
still?
of people who's...
Is Rain still at the tree place with Spring?
You've not seen Rain?
So I was thinking.
No,
all
she
of
left
yesterday
earlier,
or
brown
today?
chicken, brown cow.
Yeah.
No, I thought she stood up earlier during this
Yeah.
this meeting right
Oh,
here.
you're right.
Because it
Yeah.
was awkward. She didn't
You're right,
like
she
it. And
left
she
while
stood
you-
up. And if I was
Yeah.
playing any character
Yeah,
other
you're
than,
right.
if I was playing Tiddlywinks, there would have been a sex joke in there. But I'm not, so I refrained.
I'm sad that Broderick didn't make a sex joke.
Oh, Broderick's fully anticipating walking in on them doing something somewhere out in the forest.
Okay. You guys make your way through the mountain, some of the mountainous terrain, through part of the forest into the main ravine. This time you guys are on this side. Boop. As you come through, you do see Rain and Spring are together. They seem to be sitting and talking. Nothing, nothing too untoward. And they are just sitting on the side of the ravine and seem to be in deep conversation, not noticing you all.
On the way to the bridge, Torga would probably bring up the fact that it's a little strange that they let us all keep our weapons. I mean, listen, I know we claim to be a neutral party, but if we had ulterior motives, they just kind of gave us the key to execute them. Not execute as in execute them as in killing people. executing
we
the
are-
Alteriomotos.
We are pretty like trustful people.
But they don't know that. By allowing
You
us our
see-
weapons, if we wanted to turn the battle of the tide of the war either direction, we could now do it if we wanted to.
Maybe they just like us.
Oh, I hope so. I like them.
I know the leaders would be there, but they're not bringing hundreds of people where they could be slaughtered. There's only going to be 9.
That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be full on. It's going to be full on war. Not that we turn the tide of the battle.
I don't know, Kree. Think about it. There's 9 on each side. We have almost 9 in our party. We essentially double one side or the other if we decide to turn. I'm just saying I don't want to turn. I'm not saying that. I'm not an evil person like that. It's curious. If we wanted to, we could. You know?
Yeah, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I could be wrong here, but
hold on.
It wouldn't turn the tide of the battle. It would turn the tide of that particular battle, but the war would rage, and I'm sure they would just attack full force if someone did something wrong.
Oh, that's true, but
Yeah.
they've only got hundreds of people in that village. It seems like the Wood Elves might have more.
We only saw hundreds.
Here's another thing to
he
consider,
said
too.
that there's only hundreds. The
Yeah.
king said that they only have hundreds strong. That's why people won't go off and become mercenaries.
It was about the same as the Wood Elves. Like, they're probably about the same population-wise. Maybe
okay,
the
never mind.
Wood Elves might be like 150, 175, so maybe like, but because they live longer, but it seems like the Wood Elves must have like less children or something because they're about the same population-wise.
Anyway,
another thing to consider is the Jarl. His son had been killed and is about to have another child, so maybe he's just looking for an end to centuries of conflict. It's entirely possible.
That makes sense.
Yeah, to save his children.
Anyway, let's cross this bridge.
Doink,
As you cross the ridge,
doink, doink.
Rain and Spring kind of look up and smile and wave at you, and
You cut off. Kittens.
they just come over to talk to you. So, how did it go with my dad?
Oh, well, Kree fought this guy and kind of fucked him up, and then we all fought this dinosaur, and we kind of fucked it up, and then we had some bunch of drinks.
I was there.
Oh.
I was there for that. I told Spring about it earlier, but I just wanted to know how the meeting went with my father.
He agreed to summit.
Tomorrow
Noon.
I was going to say high noon.
High noon.
When the sun is at its peak, we're going to meet back here in the neutral zone and discuss terms of peace. We've got a document here that
Without
shows
weapons.
that they're okay with it.
Spring kind of speaks up. Well, he might be the easier one to convince. Grandmother, she holds some grudges, that's for sure.
Well, his
Hopefully,
son got
really
shot
wish I
through
was
the eye through a
persuasive.
wood elf bow. I feel like everyone's lost someone,
Yeah.
and we can be quite convincing.
it's true.
Yeah, we're pretty nice. I mean, I feel like we should have gotten more time for the summit because I think we should have gotten to know the Wood Elves first, like we did with the Vikings.
I also
Well, maybe
feel
they
like
should
your
have thrown us
grandmother's
a
enough
party.
of a diplomat that she would realize that if we open up trade for the Vikings and not for them, because they don't agree to our terms, that the Vikings would have a distinct advantage.
Mm.
Well,
That's some fourth
you
dimensional
have-
thinking there, Kree.
You do have my vote, though. If I can do anything to convince grandmother,
I'm sure
I will
you
try.
can help.
Well, you both have your capital cities on the edge. Kind of the same distance from the shoreline, right? So I don't feel like there's any reason that if trade is open to one city, it couldn't be open for the other.
That's fair. So, are you ready to go then?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
She kind of looks at Rain. I'll see you tomorrow then. And Rain kind of gives her a peck on the cheek and kind of pats her hair a little bit. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hum chicka hum hum.
Rain kind of heads off.
What's the brown chicken and the brown cow have to do with anything? I don't understand. I don't see no brown chickens or brown cows.
Oh, I didn't say brown chicken, brown cow. I said bum chicka hum hum.
Oh, what is that? Oh, like a pirate thing? You casting a spell?
If you think someone's having sexy times or makes a joke about sex, you can go bum chicka hum hum.
Oh, alright then. Bum chicka hum hum. Alright, was that inappropriate?
There you go.
Sounds so stupid.
If this course of conversation is done, you can follow me. And she kind of awkwardly heads into the forest, showing you the way, jumping in between different trees and showing you the easiest path through. By the time you do get to the Elven village, it's maybe around about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. The day is starting to wind down. Everyone seems to be kind of calming down and relaxing in front of their homes. You guys go towards the main large tree in the center, where you do see the old matron, Torta, sitting, and she seems to be napping. Spring kind of goes up and taps on Torta's cheek. Grandmother. And she kind of wakes up. Yes. Oh, the outsiders are back. How can I help you all?
Well, I think we have some good news. Torga, would you like to lead us in this one?
Aye.
We're to shore the documents.
And,
as Torga's getting out the documents, I just say, in our absence, we actually went to see the Vikings, but again, remember our mission here is reconnaissance and scouting. We need information from both sides, and during our time there, I think we came to an agreement.
I don't think there needs to be any more
saw
fighting.
Filthy creatures.
Well, they
And
could
Spring
use a
goes,
shower,
"Grandma."
but
She kind of takes the documents, and her hands are shaking, and she can't read them, so she hands them over to Spring. Spring, what do they say? And Spring says basically that the Jarl agrees to a summit tomorrow, when the peak is at the highest, no weapons, and with the leader and 8 of their best soldiers. Or warriors, sorry. Grandmother sits
no
back.
more than 8 backups.
And without weapons.
Yeah.
And us as moderators.
A neutral party, yes.
And if they decide that they'll be like they always are, and they bring weapons and they slaughter us all,
Then we will fight for you.
We will side against any betrayers of this pact.
Yes.
We've already warned them the same. They said the same thing.
I can understand your hatred here, Torta. I really can, but know that these people are different. They're not the ones who first. I mean, humans have much shorter lifetimes. They can change. I've seen it, and
They
I
forgot
think
stuff
these
more
people have
easily.
changed. They forget things,
She-
and they're not the same people that originally hurt you so long ago.
she grabs her staff and stands. And is shorter than you, Broderick, because she's hunched over. They killed my daughter.
And you killed his
And
son.
you think
You killed his son. It's the same. Why not end this?
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind.
All right. So, who is going to head this charisma check? Because I need a charisma check or a persuasion check from somebody that somebody does get advantage.
Probably me. If you're
Yeah,
metagaming.
And I have an alright
Probably.
charisma, but I think yours is better than mine.
I think I have 16.
Yeah, I'm at-
17.
I have a 19 charisma.
yeah, I'm only 14.
So Broderick's at 19 charisma?
Yeah, Broderick's our go-to
Yep.
on this
But
one.
we all are helping, of course.
I'm going to inspire him on top of it.
And
Okay.
Warlock's cast
All
with
right, so
charisma,
very
so...
good.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That hurt my ears.
Which is what?
Didn't you hear
That
that?
might have been on your end.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it might have been on
me.
your end, JK.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
Ah!
Check your connection to your laptop. Maybe it was a little loose, so you're getting some buzz from that.
It wasn't buzz. It was like a loud beep or something.
Is your laptop's not dying? Warning you that the battery
I'm
is
not.
dead?
I'm not on a laptop. I have PC now.
All right, I have to pee so incredibly bad, so I gotta step away for a second.
Yeah, I could use a drink, so I'll take
Okay.
5 too, if you don't mind, or 2 minutes. I only need 2 minutes. Not
Yeah,
even.
I just need a real quick break.
Okay. We'll convene back in like 5 minutes. 3:05. Let's go.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be that long. Let's just take a quick break.
Okay.
Oof. BRB, y'all.
I'm literally back already.
Da 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 da. He's taking a piss. Ah!
What?
My back is hurting so bad.
Oh, bro, same.
It's been hurting so bad. I couldn't even sleep last night almost at all because it was hurting so bad.
Did you injure it doing something?
No, I think I usually have like I have a really bad like sitting position and all that kind of stuff when I draw.
Yeah.
So my back gets hurt then, but this time it's kind of different. It's more painful, I guess. Feels different, and it takes more longer to go away. It's weird. It's getting better.
Roll
though.
call.
I was back in like under 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Is Booj here?
I think he's the only one we're waiting on.
Okay.
The stream still says be right back.
Damn, Beach, how much you gotta pee?
He said he had to go really bad, like in Twitch chat, so maybe a lot.
Like Austin Powers levels.
I don't know what that means.
Ariana, I got Twitch chat up too, because that's how I'm actually seeing the maps.
Oh, that's funny, Keith.
Yeah, the only thing I can't get to work with this new stuff is Roll20 won't work on anything. All I get is a loading screen of black forever. Any device I put it on.
What are you using?
iPad, my PlayStation, or a laptop. All of them, none of it. The maps won't load. On the iPad, I can get chat to load, but I still can't get the map to load.
There is an iPad app.
Yes, I using the iPad app on the iPad through the app chat will load, but then I'll just get a white grid, but no maps will load.
Did you try running it in the browser instead?
Let's get this old lady to an agreement. Yeah.
Have you tried using Roll20 in the browser instead?
Yes, on all 3 devices I've tried the browser, and on the tablet I've used the app, and the app's the only one that gets me anything, and it still doesn't get maps to show up.
That's so weird.
I do not understand why the
persuasion
laptop
check.
doesn't work. But we can talk about it later.
Yeah, it'll load Roll20, but then it'll just sit in a black screen. You know when you first load it and it has the black screen that says loading? It just sits there. And so does my PlayStation, and so does the browser through the iPad. The only thing that gets me anything is the app, and that doesn't even load all the way through.
Pretty sure you're lying, and Mason just ratted you out.
He needs
I
to
heard him.
update something. Yeah, he's like, he's a lying motherfucker.
That's what I heard. He's full of shit. Don't trust him.
He's literally a motherfucker. He fucks my mom.
Listen, right. I got a +8 on deception. You wouldn't know if I was lying anyhow.
What's up, Frostbite? How's it going?
Alright, are we ready?
PC is at the
I just
bottom of my
finished
bed, so no backrest. Wait, my PC is at the bottom of my bed? Wait. What the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about how
we were talking about back pain, so
alright. Let's get this
right.
signed. Let's
So
do it.
we're ready. Broderick has a persuasion roll. He has advantage. He has inspiration. And he has luck.
I'm trying to fucking mute. I didn't even
All
want them to hear
just
that whole
because I think
conversation
this is
with you,
important,
Dan.
I'm gonna
but
use one of my luck
it
points
didn't mute me.
to re-roll my lower of the 2.
Trying to talk to chat. What's up, Frostbite? I don't know.
Alright, I'm still gonna use the
who
first
you
one.
are.
And
I don't think.
30.
My memory is also
30.
very terrible, so.
30. She sits there a long time and just stares at you, Broderick. Standing in front of you, hunched back. You think this will make Spring's life better?
I know it will make her life better.
Will
Spring. And Spring kind of steps up. I agree. And she stops. I have been seeing someone from the village for a couple years now, and they're not the evil people you say they are. She's not the evil people you say she is. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The grandmother just kind of stops and kind of takes all this in. Okay. I will be at the summit. If they step one toe out of line, you realize you will have to protect us.
Of
Because
course.
And
they
if
will
I'm
kill
right-
us.
And if I'm right, because this is on the sacred ground, there'll be someone else there to protect you too.
The tree.
He does not protect anything but the grove. That tree will just murder us all.
Then I had a reason not to pull any shenanigans, right?
Yeah, I hope they know that.
They should. But anyway, I have much to think on tonight. You're more than welcome to stay in the village. But I would like to be left alone.
Of
That
course.
includes you, Spring. And Spring kind of, you guys all leave. And she kind of shuts the, it's like a curtain behind. And you guys have the rest of the day.
Oh, as I say,
I
the
really,
other place threw us a party.
Is there anything to do here in the village? Like something?
I mean, most everything is actually up in the trees. So you can go up and explore if you would like.
Jimmy is totally.
Never had sex in a treehouse before.
Jimmy is totally trying to find something fun to do with Aran, and she also. Wait, maybe she will. Is there? She would like to go climb in the trees.
Okay. You go find a so there's a few ways to get up into the trees. There's vines that you can climb up. There's like ladders that you can climb up, and then there's a system where they can pull things up into the trees. With like it's like almost like an elevator system, except it's with pulleys, and there's a rope that comes down onto like a wood platform. So there's a few ways to get up.
So, if I wanted to go climb the vines,
Yeah,
would I have to
Warden.
do, like,
Thanks for the host.
check.
Hey there.
No,
What are you doing?
I'd say enough for you to climb up the
Yeah.
vines and see what's going on.
And I was
Are
thinking.
the rest of you following?
I was thinking because
No.
Aran is a panther,
Missed
and
one.
panthers like to climb in trees as well. I know that they like to hang up in the trees. So he would also know how to climb the tree, right?
Climbing
Yep.
things is like
He-
the
he
one
get-
activity I don't partake in. Also, potentially swimming.
Cree says that he doesn't like to climb trees either.
All right. So if you guys want to hang up, well, there's only the one building the one tree that's where the high matron lives. And
What's like the biggest tree?
that's where the high matron lives.
Okay, so
The
if
rest
I
of
would,
them are.
if I would
Oh,
climb
what's
the biggest tree, would I be like trespassing on her grounds or something? Like she wanted to be alone, but if I wanted to climb the tree, like up,
I mean,
in-
if you want to climb it, you can probably climb it. It's really big.
yeah,
But
she
you
will
could
totally
climb
climb
it
it.
without really. Okay. You watch as Jamae kind of goes up and climbs the tree. Some of the wood elves kind of jump down and kind of talk to you all and escort you on to what looks to be sort of like a lifting crate. So if everyone wants to get onto that, and get lifted up into the trees.
Kree declines.
Okay.
He gets up on.
Anyone that wants to
Broderick
get
declines too.
Okay. So you guys make your way up into the trees, and you notice there's various different houses, and it looks to be there is a. It almost looks like a giant hammock of interwoven vines and grasses and twigs, and it's really big, and it seems like a lot of people are just relaxed to be drinking out of almost green wineskins. And it seems like this is the local hangout spot.
Is anybody left on the ground with me?
I stayed down.
Did you stay? So you guys stay on the ground down there. Everything is up in the trees other than the Grand Matron's home. But Broderick, as you're kind of saying this, a little girl runs up. Maybe 4. In human years, it looks about, so she's probably about 4 in elf years, because I think they age normally, right? And then don't reach adulthood until 100. Yeah, so she looks about 4. Hello?
Ah, hello. The name's Broderick.
Hi, my name is Sapperling. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Sapperling. That's a nice name.
Thank you. So you're outsiders, right?
That we are. We're not from this place.
Then you know my sister.
You're gonna have to give me a refresher. I don't know every wood elf.
Oh, well, you see, she left, probably about, and she starts counting, a year ago, I think. And she said she was gonna come back for me. Her name's Sprig. Do you know her?
I actually do know a Sprig. I met her before we came out this way, so that is the one wood elf I do know.
Really? Oh, do you know when she's gonna come back?
Well, I'm not too entirely sure. I know she's working for a very important person over in another city, but I've got to imagine if what we do here succeeds and it works, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't come and visit you every now and again.
Oh, she just said she was gonna
Or
come
even
back
take you
soon,
with her.
So.
Honestly, I have no
I hope
idea.
so.
I wish I had better news for you.
Off in the distance, you hear Sapperling, and you see this very not very nice looking older elf woman. She seems to have maybe 3 or 4 children around her, and Sapperling looks at you. Oh, I'm sorry, and then runs off and seems to be being berated by this not super nice elf. At least looking like her face is very pinched, and they seem to be walking away.
I just kind of smile and wave.
She waves back. Bye. And then they head off into one of the larger, or the smaller trees, kind of off to the side. All right. What else are you guys doing?
I'm still in the trees. Probably with Aran if he could climb the tree with me.
You are having the time.
You cut out.
You are having the time of your life in the trees. There's lots of places to relax and swing from, and just a good time.
Yes, and probably the people down and at the bottom will hear like woo, woo things when she like maybe swings from the vines or something.
All right. Anyone else?
Torga is very much missing the Vikings' endless strengths and fights right now, because she can't get up in the trees. I mean, sure.
Torga, do
sure
you
she
want to
probably
see if
could,
somebody
but-
has? You want to see if somebody has a cave full of monsters that needs clearing out?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. I can study this. I can study my journal.
Would killing a bunch of them make you feel better?
Would it make you feel better?
Well, that's not the question. Would it make you?
I mean, I don't need to go fight something and kill something all the time. Just there's not a whole lot to do in the city on the ground.
Well, how about this? I saw some wine skin, and if it has in it what I think it has in it, it's gonna be the best wine you've ever had. And Broderick's gonna go and try and steal a skin of good berry ale from someone.
Okay. Easy enough to find. That's exactly what it is. It's good berry wine. You find some, you see an empty house, and you jump in and grab some and jump back out and kind of look around. No one saw you. And take some down to Torga.
I've had this once before, and some of the best stuff I've ever had, so here you go.
Oh, I appreciate that. Drink. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, dwarves are known more for their ale and less for their wine. There's not the wine in dwarf where I come from is maybe not the greatest. You know, we don't grow our own crops deep in the mountains. It's not really a thing we do. So I'm more familiar with great ale, but this is some very good wine.
Well, here's the trick. They didn't grow any of these. They have a magic that allows them to create these berries that they mash up and turn into alcohol. It's delightful. You shouldn't need to eat anything for the rest of the day.
Some magic? I don't need to eat anything for the rest of the day after drinking. These people might be as good as the Vikings.
Broderick winks and then turns away into.
I'm waiting for the day when he slaps Aegis on the ass. He's gonna break his hand. He kind of says to herself.
Eventually, the day comes to you. There's not really places to sleep. It seems like most of them either sleep either outside on some various like hammocks, or they sleep in their homes that are up in the trees. Not as hospitable as the Viking hold. But you eventually find some places, some soft ground to sleep on. Spring kind of comes out and gives you a few blankets. It's relatively warm, so you don't need them as much. And she climbs up into the tree and sleeps as well. You guys wake up the next morning bright and early because you are sleeping outside. So as soon as the sun comes up, you guys are awake.
Wet. Oh, they're kind of damp. This is gross. I like sleeping with something over my head.
It seemed
not used to sleeping under the clouds.
You wake up to people talking and seemingly bringing down fruits for you guys to eat. Spring kind of brings a basket full of fruits for you guys to eat. Here you go. Enjoy. And kind of runs off, seemingly busy with something else as well.
Broderick takes a bite out of an apple.
Well,
eventually,
should we get there ahead of time? Should we try and get to the meeting place ahead of time?
I definitely want to. I want to stay up high and scout to make sure no one's sneaking anyone in.
I think when each side gets there, we should weapons to make sure we don't have any unwelcome surprises. I don't know how these kind of deals go down. One person pulls out a weapon and it all goes to shit.
Yeah.
All right. So, go ahead, Keith.
I think we should have a couple people on each side of the bridge to make sure that no one brings weapons, and then, to sort of bouncers, and I'll stay up high to make sure no one's sneaking in from a distance.
Aye.
I'll
stand at one end of the bridge. I can be a pretty good bouncer. Well, they just can.
Yeah, you guys gather up and head towards the main kind of the ravine where this is all going to be. I want you guys to set yourselves up to where you're going to be, and we'll get started there, okay?
Yeah, I'll be circling the clearing at a height. Actively looking.
I think I'm gonna stay on the outside.
All right. Okay. Cly and Jamae, where are you guys gonna be?
I'm gonna be on the elf side too.
I'm going to go to the Viking side.
Which side is which?
Yeah,
The south is the Viking side?
Okay, so elf side with Spring, and with Rain is the Viking side.
So we're pretty much split.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you could just, exactly where you put me, Beach. Never mind.
And then we have
make
Kree
a
flying
perception
around.
check.
Everyone or just someone specific?
Kree specifically, actually. Sorry.
$20 total.
Okay. You fly around, and you even go deeper into the woods to make sure, like, no one, knowing that the elves can shoot very far away, you make sure, like, judging the distance, you're like, okay, so if anyone is in this vicinity, you don't see anybody. After about an hour, it starts to get to crest to the peak of the day, and you can see in the distance as you fly even higher groups of what looks to be about 9 on either side coming to the middle.
Here they come. Fast in
Yeah,
motion.
all the numbers.
Remember, we're searching them all.
We're what?
Searching them all.
We're searching them all.
Each individual?
Yes.
Yes. For weapons.
Hey.
We need to be really careful about this.
This is okay. Well, Jermaine Revette, this is up to you. Aegis's hands don't exactly have
This is so weird.
feelings
But
to them.
on my screen, I can see that Revet is on the other side.
Well, that's weird.
No
Yeah.
problem. I'm done with you guys.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey,
I
this
think
is
I-
up to you. If I have
I think
Aegis search somebody, he's not going to. I'm not going to feel through his hands. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't feel weapons with his arms. So
Yeah.
I'm
sure
useless.
We can handle it. I'm sure we can handle it.
All right.
And
Okay.
unless Kalaya's going to help out, we should really have a female on the other side so that we're not being inappropriate with anyone.
I can.
All right. Hold on. This is
Perfect.
Corvania, not America 2018. I think we'll be fine.
I mean,
It's a completely different society we're playing in right now.
You never know.
I'm sorry, but
never
can
know.
you see Broderick or Thrick feeling up the old lady and check
Alright, he makes a good point.
I will cast Unseen Servant, but I will not.
Thrick searches everyone with his tongue.
Oh, God.
And so does Broderick.
Just gotta make sure nothing's up there.
What is wrong with you people?
Large on my
So,
You don't have time
my
to find out what's wrong with.
Okay, I had to refresh. I rolled 20.
So please ignore that the Jarl is a
Water
giant.
elemental, the storm
And-
giant, whatever this is.
It's a blue giant.
A genie?
And the old lady is young. Please ignore that.
And her. Is it normal that her skin is green? Should we be concerned?
She's young
else
and she's
is-
an orc.
She eats too many vegetables in her diet. That's what's going on.
Wood elves' skin can be green.
Oh.
I saw a
Makes
Reddit
sense.
post about it today.
Makes sense. You know, because wood is green?
Alright, so are we ready?
Yes. Also,
Alright.
would I maybe if I could use Aran as a intimidation thing? I don't think so because they have dinosaurs, right?
And they've seen Iran be pretty cute while partying, so probably
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
As they come forward, I need everyone to make perception checks. That is
Yeah,
search.
we're giving them the TSA pat down. I like to think like we're going
passive.
up and we're like
Do you want
we're
passive
patting their sides, making sure they've got no hidden weapons.
This
want-
is an active perception, so
Okay.
a perception check.
20 total again.
What? I'll do it just because
Shit!
I'm looking out for weapons. I may not be patting anyone down, but oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that'd be a 6.
I will do one with Aran as well because I would think that he knows what a weapon looks like. Oops, I did it twice. And it didn't help.
The first one. Okay, I see the first one. Alright, so as they're going through, Revette, you pat down the Jarl and it's kind of awkward being how freaking tall he is. But he doesn't seem to have any weapons on him, so you let him step forward. Let's see, Broderick, you do the same, or actually Thrick, as you watch Broderick kind of pat down, you do notice the older woman, she doesn't have a weapon, but her staff that she uses to walk is probably her focus, for whatever magic she may do.
We need a stick.
Yeah, Kree would definitely go get another branch because she would need it to walk, but we understand that she can't have her focus, so.
Yeah, so we need to find a stick to replace.
As you go grab one of the large sticks, actually, Kree, you watch as the Guardian is semi-interested in what's going on, kind of stands up and is about the height that you are, and takes one of his larger branches that's kind of hanging off and hands it to you. And
I
Kree
give-
kind of
Yep, I give him a head nod in acknowledgement and I fly it over to the old lady.
We're
Alright,
sorry to do this,
you
but
fly
we just
over
can't
to I suppose if you say you are going to keep me safe, I will have to believe you. And hands over the staff and kind of takes the larger stick and kind of holds on to it. I'm going to say the treant, interested in all the activity that goes on, is going to stand up fully and step towards the towards the ravine and just seems to be watching.
And he rests his arms over the bridge and is like, "What up, y'all? What's going on here?
Sup, bitches?
Y'all in my ravine, hanging out, having a party. What's good?"
Who knew
Kree
this
would like-
treant was such a
Kree
cool
would
guy?
like fly over to the and try and tell him what's going on.
Hey, Kiki. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah,
the voice that
Kiki.
Trent has in my head, so.
Hey, guys. What's going on in my ravine? Y'all having a good time?
Hey, guys. Yeah, you
Is
having
treant like
good
a Snoop
day?
Dogg, you know?
Yeah, is there smoke puffing out of him all the time?
That's cannibalism.
Kree, you go over and talk to the treant and have a very meaningful, if not mostly one-sided conversation, but nods and just is like, yeah.
Yeah, the gist I'd tell him is that we're just trying to broker peace.
Just good. I will watch.
Oh, it speaks.
Yes, he does speak.
Nice.
Yeah, I tell him we're basically having a moot here. You can be part of that moot and making an ent moot.
What the fuck is a moot?
Lord of the Rings.
It's
I can't
a
remember.
meeting in medieval times where they either declare a king or it's like a meeting, right?
Okay.
Of two sides.
I think I have a vague, like, recollection of what happened in the movie.
Yeah,
It
Jamaica.
was
The
like-
modern
it
day
was on the-
term for it would be a summit.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, so the big trees that had it was in English they called it a moot. I
Oh,
don't know what they called it
right.
in it.
Well, we don't really translate our movies. They're all in English, Finnish, like subtitles. But
I understand.
So you could say that no one has finished a translation.
Yes.
Flo, you need to be a dad to make this many puns, damn it.
No, absolutely not.
I
There's
didn't
only one way Sloat becomes a dad, and it's by getting rid of me.
But he's a cat dad.
No, I mean,
He's a cat dad. Hey, he's a cat dad. It's totally allowed.
No. That's what I say. He's a cat dad.
puns are the purveyor of dad jokes. They're in the not purveyor. It's not the word I was looking for, but you know what I mean.
Purview.
Yeah, I got it.
I saw a build where someone's like, what if you had a D&D bard who inspired through dad jokes? And their vicious mockery was them saying, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Oh, we need it.
Alright. You search everyone. It seems you guys brokered a little bit of peace. You don't find any weapons on anyone. And Spring and her grandmother and Rain and her father. Do you remove you, Torga? Do you take to the bridge? Stop. You guys watch and listen as they do discuss that if trade does open up, that the Vikings will no longer raid the Wood Elves. The Wood Elves will no longer hunt the woods for them, and will no longer send beasts into the Viking settlement, because they were doing that. The Vikings agree that they will not allow their ships on the south side of the Isle except in trade.
mean the north
And-
side, or
So the south side would be where the wood elves were. So they would try and steer clear of the south side of the isle, making sure that no ships came
Oh,
too
I
close.
guess I understood it.
The
But I
map
thought
is-
the elves were on the north side.
At this map, yeah, but I know.
Yeah,
I also
on
thought
the,
when we arrived on the north side.
Elves are on the south side.
I think I have in my notes.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
pretty sure
check.
we said last week that the s01e013 or whatever was the. Maybe you misspoke last week, but I was under the same
Yeah,
impression
that's how
as
you told
everyone
us.
else.
Like I even have, I
Yeah.
have Northern Bloria. That we met the old woman with the long gray hair.
Definitely not northern. I can promise you that. That is not true at all. I literally have in
Okay.
my map
Well-
that you guys can't see. The wood elves are south and the Vikings are north. I am sorry.
All right. Well,
Oh,
keep in
okay.
mind that this ravine that we've been on, the Vikings have been on the south side of it the entire time, right? So
Maybe
that might
maybe
also
that's where.
contribute to the
Yeah.
confusion. Is like how do they live on
That
the
has
north side of
made
the
us-
island, but this ravine runs horizontally across the island, and yet
We
they
should
come
flip
from
it.
the north the whole time, but they live on the south. Like it doesn't make sense.
We should flip it.
So it's been flipped this entire time.
Fixed it.
Oh boy.
Leave me alone. I try, man.
Oh, it's
There's
fine.
a lot
I
going
just-
on in my head all the
I-
time.
Well, yeah,
That's-
but we
no,
also
that
like
is- that's
clarified
entirely
it
fine.
last week, right? Because remember whenever I was like, okay, so is this ravine goes across the island? And you were like, no, it only goes so far. And I was like, all right, well the dinosaurs are over here, right? Like we clarified the whole thing, so it's a little confusing now.
I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. It is very much. I can't show you guys my map because there's
Okay.
spoilers on it. But I very much have where the wood elves are and where the Vikings are, and I don't know what I was
Okay.
talking about last
Yep.
week. I don't fucking
We
know.
were just
I
seeking
think-
further clarification because I think we were all under the impression the wood elves were to the north, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't
But it
you
would make sense
Do
it.
the
Stop
Vikings
it.
at the north, since
Wait.
north is usually
No.
colder.
I missed that whole conversation. I didn't think they were on the north. Why did you guys think they were up there?
Because she
Because
gave
they-
us a city name and she told us we were going to the northern city.
Well, not only that, but the ravine, they've been coming from
Uh,
the north of the ravine the entire time. And the
Yeah.
ravine's supposed to run horizontally across the island. So it doesn't make sense for them to come from the north of the ravine, but yet they live in the south.
Yeah.
We'll just say, how about we just say this map is flipped, but the general map, like south is up and north is down. Do you know what I'm saying? On this,
So I thought it was the mountain range that split the island, not a ravine.
This ravine runs in the middle, and then there's also a mountain range behind it. Do I need to draw? Maybe I need to draw more maps. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in my head.
Would help.
Maybe a better like
It just takes a lot
keep
of
in
time.
mind, kittens, we have the OG map. You know,
Like, with
if you've
nothing
made one or
but-
two, better versions since then, we don't have those.
I thought we got access, on Roll20, but didn't we get a version of the other map in a PDF? I thought I had it on my phone.
no, I haven't gotten any.
At
other
one point, I did give you guys a gridded map. I don't
Yeah.
have
I
it
remember.
anymore.
I don't remember another map. Maybe I just didn't take it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we got
maybe part of my
that
confusion too.
traveling to-
Maybe part of my confusion too is you had said like as we approached the island we saw their city, so I was assuming we were in the port town of the one at the top left, and not the wood elf city that's like right dead set in the center. That's where I think some of it came from
So
too.
maybe I don't fucking know. Just I don't know.
Now we know.
Let it. It's in my brain, guys. The amount
We
written down
believe
is
you.
a lot less that's in my brain. I'm sorry.
We believe you.
Yep. Now we know confusion's cleared up. We good.
We all good.
So yeah, they're discussing different terms, and seem to be relatively civil to each other. The Treant kind of looking on, watching both the Jarl and the High Matron keep a side eye to the treant. And eventually, the Jarl kind of holds out a hand, and the matron gives the nod. I do not think I am the one that will be making this deal. I think it is time that I will step down, and I think my granddaughter Spring will be the one to seal this peace treaty. And she kind of steps back and allows Spring to step forward. And kind of shakes the Jarl's hand. I agree to this peace treaty. Thank you. And that's kind of the end. You guys broke your peace treaty between nations! Yay!
Yay!
And then make sure we get something in writing so that way we can get that blockade broken up.
Yeah, we need to write like a peace treaty.
And the 7 G's from the what's her name?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Queen,
Missing.
whatever.
You guys get a writing saying that they have broken along with different ideas for trade from both the Wood Elves and the Vikings, saying that this is what we have available to trade. We are interested in trade. We now have peace so that you can trade, stuff like that.
I also think there should be a physical peace treaty that both of them write and each of them have a copy of. But that's just the lawyer in me.
Well, I think that's a good idea. Like hang it somewhere.
Maybe I'll write a peace treaty eventually.
Yeah.
All right. And
Like
that's
the
4
original
That's 4
Skyward
hours.
Ravine.
The original's kept at the ravine with the treant. The treant keeps the
It's like stuck into its side with a
It
nail.
just keisters the document. Safe.
It
We just
becomes
knock it into the-
amberized on the side of the tree.
Just nail it into the
Like the
stone.
sap over it hardens.
It's just like Vikings plus Wood Elves and a heart.
No, well, in that case, you might as well not even make a document. We might as well just carve it into the tree end.
I mean, would the treant let us do that?
Vikings plus Wood Elves inside of a heart carved into the tree, like super stereotypical.
If the tree lets us do that, I will do that.
Oh god.
I'm serious. I'm fucking serious right now.
I'm fucking serious.
He was not.
God.
That treant would rip you in half.
I mean, if I ask the tree, kittens.
What? The tree is not gonna let you stick. I'm not even paying attention.
No.
The tree is not gonna let you stick anything to it.
No. I was going to ask if we carve like Vikings plus elves inside a heart. The tree.
She didn't even let you finish. No. He
Well,
doesn't want
maybe
a tattoo. Thanks.
Well, maybe one of the other trees.
No.
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 I'm sad.
No.
Maybe into the bridge. You could try carving into the bridge.
That's actually more
That
fitting.
I will do.
The
Right
ve-
in the middle.
The middlemost plank. Carve
Right
it
in
into
the
that.
middle, I will carve a thing with like one of my arrows.
All right.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go.
All right,
Broderick
guys.
hands you a dagger.
Bye.
All right, guys. Later.
Bye.
Next Sunday.
Please.
All right, everyone watching the past broadcast or watching the VOD or whatever it may be on YouTube, thank you for hanging out, chilling with me, enjoying episode 13 of Corvania. We will start the next episode next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, right here on twitch.tv/beachmore. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Tune in next week when we figure out what the fuck the party does next. Until then, love your faces. We'll see you next week.